please, if I can have your attention.
May I kindly have your attention?
Blitz is defined as a sudden, savage attack. It is indeed all this. The theory is simple. Get the quarterback. Get the man.
Getting into the game. He goes across the line. Touchdown, Shasta. Want a piece of that championship? Put it in here.
Football is a rough game and often a cruel one.
Every time you lose, you die a little bit. You die inside, a portion of you. Not all of your organs, maybe just your liver.
A wolf pack is designed as a dominant group or team of animals.
Nobody touched him. Touchdown, Shasta.
Both mean and vicious.
Back to pass, looking all the way down to the end zone. He's got a guy wide open, and it's intercepted in the end zone. What a play. That was a spectacular catch.
A wolf pack exists on Earth to defend their territory.
He came out of nowhere and just leveled the guy.
And to prey upon the weak.
He's looking to pass right over the middle. He's got a guy wide open.
The same play that he scored on before, and he's got a chance to do it again.
This is Shasta High Wolves Division II football.
Touchdown, Shasta.
On the Shasta Sports Network.
Oh my goodness, you can feel it in the air. Football night here, Thompson Field. It's Gary Moore, Dan Miller, and Baron Browning. Welcome, gentlemen, to the broadcast.
Good to be here, Gary. I'll tell you what, I'm excited, and I'm going to tell you right now, Division II championship game. Anybody in this side of the grandstands says they're not excited, they're lying to you.
Shasta Wolves all lined up. They came through the grandstands to make their grand entry. Now they're all fired up right down there next to the field, getting ready to go through the banner. We have lots to talk about tonight. Lots to talk about tonight. We're just waiting for the team to unload and get out on that field. They're bouncing up and down. They're doing their chants. They're doing their drills. They bust through, and here they come, the Shasta Wolves.
This is what it's all about, gentlemen. Number one against number two. Titan versus the Titan. It's the Wolves, the Panthers. It sounds like a monster movie.
Man, Baron Browning, welcome again. Thank you so much. Baron Browning is the reason we're doing this broadcast here tonight, and we so appreciate it, my friend.
Thanks for having me.
We do. And it's always good. This is round two.
Round two.
Yeah, that's right. Round two. There's a lot of things going on tonight. We're expecting a visit. Go ahead and see which. We're expecting a visit from Brian Hamilton from Shasta College tonight. We are expecting, Baron, I'm not sure if you know the whole news story or anything like that, but there are 4 players that were on the 1988 championship team right here on this field here tonight.
Oh, that's great.
And one of them is a guy you know, Chris Hall, right down there from Edward Jones. And we're going to try to get an interview with him. They got to speak at the team breakfast yesterday morning, and the team members said it was moving.
Very motivational, according to Troy Lyons, who we saw earlier.
Hey, we can get this started now. Schaffner just rolled in.
Yeah, oh, boy.
What's up, Schaffner?
Yeah, he said that it was very motivational, and it had a lot of insight.
Yeah.
Shasta. They're wearing purple shirts, white numbers, white helmets, gray pants.
We got some things, man. This game, they've been building it up. Everybody's been building it up for good reason. It's going to be a good football game. These two teams met earlier in the season, and Shasta won that game 33-21. And I'm going to get to the key to the game tonight here in a moment, but there's a couple of other things that you guys got the same information that I got. Shasta has not won a section football championship since 1988. The Wolves beat Oroville 22-7 that night. Chico has not won a section championship since 1990. Long time. They beat Anderson in that game 35-7.
Wow, 1990. So we're looking at least almost 29 years. So they have never met in the section finals, according to the NSCIF. Thank you very much.
Liz Kyle, who is the commissioner of the Northern Section CIF, is on the premises here tonight. She is standing proud, and I've been talking to her a lot over the last year or so and exchanging emails, and I'm supposed to meet her tonight, but I don't know what the woman looks like, so she could be anybody. So hopefully I'll get a chance to meet her acquaintance. She's been really good to us, keeping us informed of what we need to do logistically to go the distance. And there's Chris Hall right there. Hey, Chris. Get his attention.
Chris Hall.
Yeah, he's visiting with people.
Chris Hall, here he comes.
Yeah, you got a wireless from?
Yes, we do.
Hey, Chris, you got a couple of minutes to talk? Sure. Chris Hall from.
Here, Chris, just stay right there.
Ladies, and he's got no headphones, so I'll try to talk loud. Chris is one of the few members that are here tonight that was on the championship team when Shasta won it in 1988. You got to be thrilled tonight.
I'm super pumped.
Turn them up. Hang on, we'll turn you
ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm really pumped for these guys. They worked really hard all season, and I think they're going to bring it home tonight.
Hey, in short, tell me what the game was like when you guys won it in 1988.
Well, the whole season was just surreal because we were just thumping everybody. And when we went down to Chico State and played against Oroville, so I don't know how that worked out, how we didn't get home field in that respect, but it was a rainy, muddy game. We were a fast team, so they slowed us down like crazy.
Yeah.
And it was like we were battling. You know, even though it was a championship game, we rolled everybody. In the championship game, it was tough. It was tough going.
Well, you won that game 22-7. What was your role in that game? I tell the players this. I said, what are you going to do tonight that you're going to be able to tell your grandkids 20, 30 years from now? What is it that you can tell your grandkids?
You know, on defense, it was just find the ball.
Yeah.
You know, wherever it was, it's the same old basic stuff. Just find that ball, get it, and go after it, try to make things happen. On offense, the speed wasn't working. You know, we didn't have any speed because it was rainy and wet, so we started running traps. I swear we must have ran 20 traps in a row.
Wow.
We just kept running right through the middle because that's all we could do. So you just got to find the games, the plays that work for you against the opponent you're playing and just keep going with it till they stop it.
We've seen you out here pretty much every game all year long, Chris. I had no idea you were on the 88 team. Chris has been a supporter of the network ever since we got started earlier this year. He donated a football helmet here that we got our little logo on. So we thank you for your support. I think it's really thrilling for you tonight to be able to see what's your, the experts are saying Shasta's favored to win 35-17. What do you see?
You know, I wouldn't even begin to speculate. I do know that these guys have put in the work to become champions, and so I think it's inevitable that they'll become champions. And I'm actually looking for a goose egg.
Right. Okay, good. Well, thank you so much for supporting us and supporting the team all year long.
Thank you guys for what you do. I love this. I love what you guys are doing. I wish they had this when we were playing.
It's fun, and we're glad you're here tonight. If you want to pop back up at halftime, we'll do it again.
All right, sounds good.
And we got another guy right over here, right behind this young man. Here he is.
Is that Barrett?
Yeah, there it is.
That's Brian Hamilton.
So I'll tell you the story on how this came together. Hi, Brian. Nice to see you. We got a set of headphones we can roll over to you here in a little bit once we get started.
Yeah, we'll get you all set up.
I was up early yesterday doing some work in the production studio, and I get this window that pops up, and it's from Brian, and he says, "Hey, do you guys have a third man in the booth?" And I said, "Well, we do, but we always have room for more." And he says, "Well, you know, there's this Foothill coach that knows a lot, and he could add a lot to your program." And I says, "Well, why don't you just tell Joey Brown to show on up, and we'll create a microphone for him." And he was talking about himself because he used to be Foothill coach, right? Yeah. So Brian Hamilton here with us tonight. You guys go ahead and take it. I got to talk to Rodney here.
Okay. Brian, I got to go back to
I don't think that story exactly went that way, but
I got to go back to last Saturday.
Yeah.
Last Saturday, what a performance by the College Knights. You got to be so proud.
I've been doing this a long time, and that was one of the most special evenings, just because it culminated a stretch of games that we had to win. I mean, we really felt like we were in the playoffs since week 4.
Yeah.
And we had to win. We couldn't drop another one, and to be able to do that and to do it in the fashion we did it, and the excitement and the making plays when we needed to make plays and represent Shasta County and the community like that, I thought it was pretty awesome. It was a special year for sure.
We were talking to Brian all year long. We tried to get a couple of minutes with you on the field before game time, and your answer was always the same. You didn't get specific about players or play plans or anything like that. You've always said, we put in the work, and now it's time for us to get paid. And we had those tough 3 games to start the season, and then we got paid 6 weeks in a row, and then comes the bowl game, and that was probably the biggest payoff you could have gotten after starting 0-3.
Yeah, for sure. And, I felt like early in the year we were doing some good things on both sides of the ball, but we weren't finishing drives, and we weren't, getting off on third down on defense and things like that. And so we were able to, I think, as the season progressed, finish drives and finish games and complete our game plan.
Yeah,
and
you did.
With a young team, you want to get to that spot, and we weren't there the first 3 weeks, but they sure came along, though.
When we talked to you at the beginning of the season, your main concern was that offensive line.
Sure.
I got to know, what was the secret by the 4th week to get those guys? It looked like they put on like 20 pounds each. So I imagine you were feeding them a lot of cornmeal, but I'm just wondering, what kind of fundamentals did you do to get them to play so well after that?
What changed everything?
We only had one returning player, then he wasn't even a starter, so it was pretty, it's 5 new guys, and actually we ended up playing about 7 guys throughout the year. But Coach Dietz does a great job with those guys. I got to give him credit. He hung in there with a group of guys that, had a long way to go at the beginning of the season, and he kept, steadied the course, made sure those guys were getting their jobs done, techniques were getting better every week. And as you saw, we started actually being pretty physical, and that's kind of what I like to do as an offensive coordinator. I know we're spread and those type of things, but we pride ourselves on being able to run the football. And one of the reasons that we throw it well is because we can run it well.
Yep,
and
right.
We were starting to run the football very well. We finished the conference #1 in rushing in our conference and #1 in passing as well. So we were well balanced, and a lot of that, got to go to Coach Dietz and getting those guys ready to go. But also the fortitude of those guys and the resilience of those guys not giving up when it's tough, because they knew when Trent was getting hit or Justin wasn't getting the yards, they knew that the spotlight was on them.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
And so instead of giving up or pointing fingers or making excuses, they took the heat. They watched the film, and it wasn't very pretty early. They made the corrections. They bonded together as a group, and you have to have that up front. And they did a great job. I'm so proud of those guys. And they all come back, so that's great.
Seeing the 0-3 start turn out into a Division Bowl championship was awesome for us. But one of the most intriguing things for us was to watch every game and every player and see who upped their gameplay a level, just another notch. Guys that come to mind are Tarico Maddox,
Sure,
Jaquez Durham, all these guys. And Mike Kenio Jr., who would have thought that guy? And Patrick Blake, once he caught that first touchdown, I knew he was on his way.
Yeah.
So here come the Chico Panthers.
Yeah, it was pretty cool to watch guys step up every week and get their jobs done. And when you've got your back against the wall, there's no room for, you can't be lackadaisical. You got to make plays.
That's right.
And we put ourselves in that position.
And you guys did it, man. Congratulations.
It was awesome.
We're going to get you hooked up here.
Okay,
We're
awesome.
going to get you all done.
That'll be a lot of fun.
So go ahead and spend some time, a little bit of time with your family, and then get on up here. We got a spot for you.
We got a camp out right behind us. That's my wife and all of her clan. They've got hot chili, and they've got it all. Drinks. That's it.
That's it.
He saw my little tweet this morning. I cut myself cooking chili last night, and I bled purple. So Chico Panthers have now hit the field. Chico Panthers, boy, I tell you what, Baron, I want to tell you let's take a very quick break.
Okay.
So we can all catch our breath, because I'm hyperventilating. This is already thrilling to me. I've got the key to tonight's game, and we'll have that for you coming up right after this.
You're listening to Shasta Wolves Varsity Football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
Where is your happy place? That place where everything feels right, and all the pieces of this crazy puzzle we call life Fit. You can't help but smile when you're there. What if your happy place was at work? You have to be there. Might as well love what you're doing, right? At Spherion, we think so. Every year, we help 160,000 people put their skills to work in rewarding careers that keep them happily moving toward their goals. While we enjoy a place of leadership in our industry, we are locally owned and we make staffing personal. Our business is about people and connecting them to jobs that put a sparkle in their eye and a spring in their step. At Spherion, we love what we do. And we think you should too.
If you're ill or injured, Hilltop Medical Clinic is here to help. From allergies to the flu to minor injuries, Hilltop Medical Clinic has you covered. Hilltop Medical Clinic is open 7 days a week on Hilltop Drive in the Town & Country Shopping Center and open Monday through Saturday on Eureka Way in Reading. No appointment necessary. Just come on in. Hilltop Medical Clinic. They accept and bill most insurance. Learn more at hilltopmedicalclinic.com.
The water isn't working. I'm going to call J&J.
J&J Pumps offers the largest crew and inventory to get your water back on sooner. From water pumps to water filtration and everything in between, J&J Pumps will solve your water problems. J&J also offers 24/7 emergency service. When you have a water problem or question, contact J&J Pumps. Rain, sleet, or snow, J&J will go. Now located at 4952 South Barney in Anderson.
This is head football coach J.C. Hunsaker from Shasta High School, and you're listening to Shasta Sports Network.
Yeah, welcome back here at Thompson Field. Hey, we got another. We just send that up to that guy right there. Perfect. Back here at Thompson Field. It is a Division II section championship tonight. We've got Shasta Wolves. We've got Chico Panthers. They're all primed and poised. They're out on the field. A couple of items of interest here. Baron, and I wanted to share this with you specifically because you'll appreciate this. When they played earlier this year, I don't remember the date, Chico lost that game 21-33, and Shasta looked really sharp, really super sharp. But what they didn't have that night, and the key to the game tonight, in my opinion, Vinny Smith had just broken his arm the week before, and he did not play in that game.
Okay.
That's going to be a deciding factor. I think they're going to be keen on him. That's going to open up Seth Park. That's going to open up Mosby. That's going to open up Kelsall. They're multifaceted. This team goes deep.
You know, Vinny Smith, the section's leading rusher with 1,799 yards.
That's a lot.
That's in 10 games, 11 games. He didn't play in that game. So actually he played 9 games and still got 1,700 yards. I mean, that's incredible. It takes at least 5 to 6 defenders to bring him down. That's at least half your offense or half your defense right there.
Yeah, Shasta County has not hosted a division section championship, I should say, in all since 1988, since Shasta won it before, and it was nice to have Chris Hall here. And we're hoping to get him back on. Another guy that we're going to talk to probably at halftime, Drew Faircloth, the badass linebacker for the Shasta College Knights. He has decisions to make. He's got full ride offerings from seven different colleges.
Wow.
Go ahead.
You know, that's amazing to me. Faircloth, Foothill guy, he was the core of that defense.
That's true. In the 5 games since Vinny Smith carried the ball 97 times since that first Chico game, 97 times for 942 yards and 10 touchdowns. He just keeps going and going and going and going. He and backfield mate Seth Park, they've rushed for 100 or more yards in every game that they've suited up for. Here comes our national anthem. Let's do it.
National anthem, please remove your hats.
This makes me nervous.
And me too.
You ready, Baron?
I'm ready.
It's going to be a good football game tonight.
It is.
Don't get hit by the cannon.
What is Milli Vanilli doing it tonight? There we go.
There we go.
All right. There's the cannon. I told them they might want to bring 2 55-gallon drums of gunpowder tonight for that thing. Another big game going on tonight. Sutter and Anderson. I'm proud of Donnie Trotter and what he's done with that football team in just 2 short years. Donnie's an athlete, has been since way back when we were growing up. Bob Reed, famous coach for Anderson. He got to speak to their team yesterday or the day before, sometime this week, and he was one of the greatest motivator with words I've ever met in my life. So we're going to keep a close eye on that football game, and we'll let you know how it's going. If anybody gets an update, just chime in with it, all right?
Oh, you bet. Barron, again, round 3 right here with us. Thank you very much. We appreciate you being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
And you've done a lot of research on the opposing team of Chico.
So, yeah, 3 players to key on, and that is their running back Samuels. He had at least 6 games where he broke at least a 30-yard run. He had 2 games where he broke a 50-yard run. He's an amazing athlete. He was fun to watch yesterday. I spent some time looking at a bunch of film on him.
Okay. He is one badass running back.
He is, and they have a dual wide receiver, number 15, Childs, and number 7, Thomas, both great wide receivers. They've done some damage this year, so they're going to be fun to watch. What's going to be interesting for me, though, is as I was watching film throughout the year, they've changed quarterbacks. So who starts tonight? Is it number 2, Thomas, or number 4, Pulaski?
Interesting. Captains are out there right now. Chico is going to be, Shasta is going to be receiving the ball they'll be defending the west goal line. If we can set this picture up for you right now, we are looking north and south. North ahead of us, south behind us. So it will be west is going to be the Shasta defense. That's their area for the first half. And the east is where the Chico will be defending the east goal. So I think that everybody has been waiting for this moment. Thanksgiving was 2 days ago, but tonight's the night to feast, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
So we'll get to see Shasta get the ball first and move, and look at the crowd rolling in, man. There's not a seat in the house going to be available.
Oh, no, the grandstands are going to be full tonight.
Nice. Cannon is going to be in full swing tonight. People rolling in. You guys go ahead and chat for just 1 second. I'm going to go set up
the back
Brian
receive
Hamilton.
is number 11, Gibson, and number 22, Carrillo.
Okay, so which one do you want, Barron?
I'll take 11.
He's going to take Gibson.
I'll take Gibson.
That's an excellent choice. I'll take Carrillo.
That is a good choice. Very good choice. Well, before the kickoff hits, you want to pause for station identification?
Quickly, yes.
Okay, here you go.
This is KKXS Shingletown Reading, your home for entertaining sports talk and award-winning play-by-play. If you're looking for a game, it's on XS Sports 96.1 FM.
And beautiful.
You're looking for a game, you got one right here. We're going to do our best to entertain and have fun with you here tonight. Back deep. Mario Carrillo.
And Hood is the kicker.
Oh, here we go, Brown.
Okay,
Barron, go ahead.
Yours.
Here we go. Gibson from the 15. He's up to the 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Stopped right at the 50-yard line. What a great run back.
Setting the tone for this football game tonight. There we have it.
Kirk Gibson, the magic man.
Go ahead real quick. I'm going to set Brian up with some headphones.
Okay. Yep. So Shasta starts their drive from the 46-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wolves.
Ace photographer Mike Daly and Tony Horde on the case for us tonight. They are down on the field. There's the first play from scrimmage, and that's the patented run by Seth Park. Around the corner he goes. Runs into a guy at the 35. Huge gain and a big first down for Shasta.
And you have to give a lot of credit to number 77 there, and that's Beltrain, the lineman.
16-yard pickup.
That signature play of theirs works every single time.
And some teams caught on to it, and there goes Vinny Smith. And Vinny Smith does a little acrobat move over left tackle, and they bring him down quite early. The situation, he wasn't even really tackled. He went straight over the line. The hole didn't open up, and there was just a big speed bump in front of him, and he fell right over. All right, here we go. Be 2nd down and 9 for the Wolves. Ian Garcia, our man, running this team. Vinny Smith in the backfield. And Vinny will get that call right up the middle, and he'll get hit hard right away. Very little gain, if any.
So it's going to be 3rd and about 6.
Ball's on the 31-yard line. Ian Garcia, shotgun, and he goes to pass.
Oh, a little behind him.
A little bit behind him on number 19. That was attempted for O'Reilly.
I call those the first quarter jitters, right?
So 4th and 6th, and it looks like they're going to go for it.
They are going to go for it.
Why not? I'm saying you go, unless you're deep in your own territory, I would go for it on 4th down every time tonight. Pull out a trick play if you have to. Here comes Ian in motion, goes Seth Park. Now he'll stop and set up in the backfield. They'll back it out, and he'll look over at the coach for more signals. They'll change the play on the fly. I love it when they do that. Confuses everybody in the house, including the announcers. And there's a fake to Smith, and Seth Park gets it around the right side. And he gets around the end, and he's headed for the goal line. Touchdown, Shasta! Seth Park does it first, and there goes the cannon.
Wow.
Holy Toledo, would you believe it, Gus?
Seth Park immediately around the right side, the signature play. He is the sweep man. He is sweep.
Oh, you did you initially say sweep or sweet?
I said sweep.
I thought you said he's the sweet man, and I'm going to tell him you said that.
No.
Seth Park putting his initials on this game early. Here comes the extra point. The kick is up. It's through the uprights, and it is good. And we've got ourselves a score 7-0 early on. Shasta leads, and we'll be right back with a kickoff.
You're listening to Shasta Wolves Varsity Football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
If you are looking for a job, you'll love Spirion. We match great talent to great opportunities. Our staff specializes in placing a wide range of employment areas, including clerical, secretarial, technical, light industrial, and word processing, temp to hire, and direct hire. Find a job you'll love. Contact Spirion today.
This is Brian Smith with West Coast Concrete, and you're listening to the Shasta Sports Network.
Hey, let me throw this in. Brian Smith with West Coast Concrete, the best in the North State this year.
Yes.
Nice job, Brian. Okay, so
who do we got receiving the kickoff here?
That's a great question.
Receiving the kickoff for the Panthers, number 20, Jalen Johnson, and number 3, Ethan Bainbridge.
20 and 30.
Okay, so we know 30 is Elijah Davis. 20 is not on our roster. Maybe there's on another roster. We'll find out. And it looks like that's going to be Ethan Bainbridge back deep.
That is Bainbridge.
Oh, on the far side. Who do you want, Barron?
I'll take Davis.
Okay, I'll take Bainbridge. He is on the back side over there. Here
Davis
we go.
is closest to me.
And it's on.
Okay, so we want to incorporate Brian in this mess. Do you want me to move over to the right so he can just fall
Actually,
in?
you can have Brian right over there next to you.
Okay, there's the kick, and it's going to go to Bainbridge. He'll take it at the 7-yard line. Stop and roll, and he moves over to the right-hand side. Shasta brings him down right about near the 20.
And on the stop for Shasta, that's number 33. That is Jake Schroeder.
Number 33, Jacob Schrader.
Schrader,
all right. Hey, Brian, we got you all set up over on this side. How much room does he have with headphones? Not much, huh? We have that extension.
I got it in there.
That long white one I'm talking about.
So starting for
Headphones so you can hear us all.
Chico is number 2, Thomas.
And it's hot.
Thomas with the carry up the middle.
And he keeps it himself. So on the film, he has kept these a lot. He is a running quarterback, very mobile, and he has a great arm as well.
Okay, so we got Brian Hamilton joining us here. We got all 4 of us. This is going to be a good night. Brian, check that microphone out.
Well, I really appreciate you guys inviting me in the booth here. This is pretty awesome evening for football for sure.
Different view, isn't it, for you?
Yeah, but I like it. Less stressful.
It is a lot less stressful. All right, here we go.
And here
First
comes
play.
the pressure.
Thomas going to the air, and he's got a guy, and he is open around the left-hand side.
Brought down
and
by
Buckle brings him down.
Number 7.
That's Bishop Thomas with the first reception. So the first play for Chico, that amounts to a first down. Brian, we have no format here. Just chime in whenever you want.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Just chime in, man.
So they have a great receiving duo, number 7 and number 15.
Yeah, I watched this game, them play their matchup earlier in the year. It was a good matchup for sure.
It was very good. They've got some speed on this Chico Panther team.
And they do a good job of coaching and exploiting matchups in the passing game. And I really like their quarterback. He has great legs and a good
Abe
arm.
Del Rio split wide to the right. They're going to throw it again out to the right-hand side. That is a reception to Thomas. And he doesn't gain much of anything. Back to the line of scrimmage.
Now with Dakota Mosby on the tackle.
So a loss of 2 on the play.
We like at Shasta College Troy Lions for sure. Hopefully he'll be a Knight next year.
Well,
one of the better linebackers in the section.
Let's start working on that kid. Let's start working on him.
That started before the season.
I'll tell you an easy in. Put on an episode of Melrose Place, and you got him.
We give
one
him
of
a
my
bad time
favorites for
about
sure.
that. Thomas looking to throws deep over the middle, and nobody's there except for the photographer from the Record Searchlight.
And that's why we like Lions. You see him put the heat right there, coming on an A-gap blitz. Forcing that early throw like that is, man, really like the way the kid
Brian,
plays
we
football.
got that's full of water and water for you. Help yourself.
Lions and Kelsaw both on the pressure.
So 3rd and 12.
Offensive coordinator, you get put in these 3rd and long situations, and you're expecting pressure, and this is not where you want to be in 3rd and 12.
No way.
3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, that's okay. 3rd and 12, your playbook shrinks.
Are you going to air it out, or are you going to run it here?
Oh, I think he's definitely going to throw the football.
He's looking to throw it downfield over to the left flat. He's got a guy, overthrows him, and that's incomplete. It'll be 4th down.
And it looks like they're sending on the punting unit.
Brian, your headphones loud enough? Can you hear us okay? Okay, because we got control for you over here if you need to go up or down.
Gary.
Yes.
We got Barron on the left side of us. We got Brian on the right. We got knowledge all around us.
I know, this is awesome.
And it's 70 degrees on a November night. Holy cow.
Is that great or what? Yesterday at this time, we were expecting rain to roll in at 6 o'clock, and we've got a great night of football here. There comes the kick. Nice kick. Excellent kick, and that's going to be Kirk Gibson, and he's going to back away from it, and he will just let it bounce. It will come to a standstill right there at the 10-yard line, and that's where the Wolves will take over for their second series.
8:52 left in the first quarter, 7-0, the Wolves.
Tonight's game also being broadcast, simulcast on XS Sports 96.1 FM. Thank you,
Brian,
folks.
we haven't met. I'm the mayor, Baron Browning. Nice to meet you, sir.
He's the mayor of Madison County.
Awesome. Always good to be in the presence of mayors.
That's it.
You have to have connections if you get in trouble.
That's right.
It's wild or something.
Here we go, right up the middle. Vinny Smith, the ball carrier, and he is met by a host of Panthers, and he goes down.
You can see that Chico really loading up the box, trying to stop Vinny, as they should, because Vinny's a heck of a football player, but that really opens things up for Seth on the edge.
We talked about this a little bit earlier. Last time they played earlier this season, Vinny had just broken his arm, and he did not play that game. So they know about him. Vinny Smith is a household name around here. They drive it hard, left side, over tackle, short gain.
Man, that's nice to have a 250-pound sweeper right there.
That is Kelsaw on the carry.
Kelsaw's a big man and a great football player.
3rd and 5.
This is where Chico has to win these third downs if they're going to stay in this ball game.
Third downs are crucial. They're game-defining moments. And they'll give it to Kelsaw around the left end, and he's headed for a first down and a little bit more. They'll run him out of bounds right about the 25. First down for Shasta.
How do you stop a freight train like that?
Gain of 11.
You know, the problem is for Chico's, they have so many weapons they have to be, aware of with Seth and with obviously with Vinny and stuff. That's kind of the third option, and when that third option is a kid that can play like that, that's why Shasta is the team they are.
How good is that for a coaching staff when your third option is a bruiser? Vinny, your bruiser, goes right up the middle, and he charges for a handful. A couple of yards shy of the first down. In on the tackle there was Ty Walker.
And Campanero also on the stop.
That was all muscle right there.
And that's just demoralizing to a defense. You stack the box, you know it's coming, you can't stop it.
Vinny will take 3 or 4 guys with him for an extra 4 yards. Quick pass out to Seth Park. Doesn't hit the mark. That's incomplete.
Seems like Ian Garcia in the pocket there is just a little bit nervous, probably some first quarter jitters.
First quarter jitters is what I call them.
Yeah, and I think the strength of his game is play action because of their run game. So when he has to sit back and plant his feet and throw a ball like that, and those are actually tough balls to throw.
Yeah.
Those outs, those quick outs like that.
They'll give it to Park again around the right-hand side. He's looking for a hole, doesn't find it. They bring him down. He only gains about a yard. It'll be about 4th and 2.
Ty Walker on the stop for the Panthers.
Ty Walker getting his thumbprint on this game early.
Shasta is going to punt.
Maybe.
Yeah, you never know.
That's true, Coach. That's true.
That was a great job of setting the edge there by the corner from Chico. He did a great job of making an open field tackle because he misses that tackle, and Seth may still be running.
I've noticed if he gets around the corner just one step, he's went all the way all year long.
Yeah, you really want to set the edge there and make sure he goes up inside and doesn't get that edge.
Gibson set to take the snap, and he's going to kick that away. Not too bad of a kick. That'll go out of bounds somewhere around the 31-yard line. Normally we see Corbin Muckle back there punting. Do you know any story behind that, why he wasn't out there punting?
Well, I think they were trying to set it up for the fake with Gibson in the back doing the punting. That sets it up for the fake.
So they've moved it up to the 41.
Looks like they're spotting it at the 42-yard line.
It was a good series for Chico to get Shasta off the field and kind of, get themselves in good field position here.
Those of you who are tuned in on the YouTube channel and you're looking at our screen, if you want to know who Brian Hamilton is, there's a picture of him right there.
Man, that's one ugly guy for sure.
That's why we.
At least I was happy there with the win.
Yeah, that's why we.
Pictures taken after a win.
That's why we do radio, man.
That's gonna be a false start.
One of the things that we talked to Coach Hunsaker about after last game was they had minimal amount of penalties last game, and I think that made a huge difference because, Brian, as you know, penalties, even the first quarter penalties, they can make a big difference at the end in the last 2 minutes of the game.
They're so frustrating when you hurt yourself because those are things you can control.
Yeah.
Certain aspects of the game you can't control. Self-inflicted wounds you can control.
Yep.
And in big games like this, you just have to limit those things. You have to be more disciplined than that.
So 1st and 15.
They'll send Bainbridge in motion, pass it to him over to the right flat, picks it up. That's a completion. He's very close to a first down before he is hammered out of bounds at about the 50-yard line.
What a great screen pass to the right side there.
Bainbridge, he was a big player in their first game earlier this season.
He's a great football player. He can do a lot of things well, really quick, great in the open field, and I look for Chico to get him the ball quite often this evening. One thing I noticed with Shasta is they are playing man-to-man coverage on the widest receiver.
Right.
So with I look for Chico to maybe try to take advantage of that later in the game and see if they can't hit something deep right there with no safety help.
Big plays could make a difference here tonight.
And they have 2 great receivers. Childs and Thomas are phenomenal.
Is that Anthony Thomas?
Well, you'll see Shasta will put their corner. They have a lot of faith in him. They'll put him on an island out here where he has no over-the-top help. He's number 22 here for Shasta.
That's Bishop Thomas.
Bishop Thomas, yes.
And he's split wide all the way up to our side.
Yeah, he has no help over the top, and he's kind of playing in a 5-yard cushion. And
they'll fake the handoff up the middle. Quarterback keeps it. He gets across. Then enough for a first down right there. Nice job. Ty Thomas, quarterback, doing it with his legs.
And in all the film I watched, he does that a lot.
Thomas runs the ball very well. He's a really good player. He's a junior, and he's going to be
6'3".
He's going to be a force next year for sure too. He's a really good football player.
Stand by 1 second, gentlemen. When I hit this solo button, we can talk back and forth, and it doesn't go over. Will you bring his gain up a little bit? Thomas. Quick pass, left-hand side to Bainbridge. And there's a Shasta Wolf all over him, and that is Muckle.
Great open field tackle.
A loss of 4.
Open field tackles are the most difficult because if you don't get low and get in your position and you don't wrap them up, you're going to look like a fool.
For sure. The greatest tackling teams are athletic teams, and Shasta's pretty athletic, so that takes a lot of athleticism to break down and make that open field tackle, because if you miss, it's really problematic.
It's not going to look good on your resume, right?
Here comes the blitz up the middle. You got the corner route open. Oh, that Bainbridge.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
There's a switch on that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And we've all done that.
He likes to take a break once in a while and just kind of call the game himself.
That's right. Hey, I should go down there and sit in that group of older gentlemen down there and just do it right next to it in their ear.
I keep thinking that we might have forgot something, Gary, and I think we forgot the extra pair of shoes for defensive coordinator Ramage.
Yeah, Ramage, he paces, man, and he hops and moves. We're gonna get a set of tennis shoes and paint them with bronze and give them to him at the banquet.
13 for Chico.
3rd and 13, long way to go.
Now you see they got cover 2. Bubble screen.
Oh, nice defense.
Great coverage downfield.
Absolutely right there. Both players on that one. Jeff McHenry involved. Kelso around there too, and that was like a big old wolf bear trap is what that was.
Great job by the defense. You want to catch them in man coverage when you throw those screens like that, and they sat in a soft zone knowing that it was 3rd and long and able to rally up on that and played it really well.
They're set to punt. Danny, this is your punt if Gibson takes it.
Okay.
Ryan O'Brien rolled in. Nice to see you.
Oh, and it's partially blocked. And it's going to take a bounce out to about the 32-yard line, and that's where they'll spot the ball. That's where Shasta will take over. Wow.
Well, who had their hands on that?
I'm believing it was Corbin Muckle, number 2.
Look at him.
What is he, about 6'4"?
He's tall.
He's tall. Wingspan of about 6'7", so that's the guy you want, putting pressure on the punter for sure. Special teams plays a huge role in these games, these championship-type games, and so far, Shasta's done a great job on special teams.
They ran that hurry-up offense a lot last year, and that wore teams down, and they've been very inconsistent with it this year. Haven't seen too much of it. They're going to pass it over to the left-hand side, and that's going to go to Garcia.
Ian Garcia started out at the quarterback position. He went out to the left, and Seth Park took the snap.
Nice. Haven't seen too many of those. He picked up about 4 on the play.
I can see a direct snap coming to Seth Park and taking it to the house.
Garcia now will give it to Seth Park. He'll pick a hole up the middle.
It's a nice run by Seth. They're doing a better job, Chico, of setting the edge on that sweep and turning it up inside, and that's what you have to do. You do not want him running in the open field.
Jake Farrell on the
big 3rd down here
for the Panthers. Vinny Smith up the center. He tries to change direction. He gets stopped immediately.
Yeah,
good defense.
They are all over Vincent Smith tonight.
Looks like Shasta's line up and try to run a play here on 4th and 3.
Look at that. Going for it. I love it. 3:48 left to play in the first period. Shasta leads 7-0. It's the Division II section
try to draw them off
championship.
sides here, or if they're actually going to run a.
Oh, and there's a timeout against Shasta. Takes a timeout.
That's probably a good idea. Yeah, we'll take a quick timeout, and we will be right back.
You're listening to Shasta Wolves Varsity Football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
Here's what people are saying about Bud's Jolly Cone.
A great place to do business, a great place to see people from the community, and just a great place to have fun and eat great food.
Right into Bud's Jolly Cone today, 455 Antelope Boulevard, Red Bluff.
Hi, it's Dave Tappan from Red 103.1 Redding's Classic Rock. And this is the Division II High School Section Championship game on XS Sports.
All right, we are back.
Well, Brian and I were just talking about, there's a big screen underneath the tent right there at the center of the bench, and they got a camera over in the end zone, and it's via Wi-Fi sending images and plays over here so the coaches can coach based off the screen, and they can actually show the players what they're doing or should be doing better.
Big 4th down here, 4th and 3 for Shasta, 4th and 2.5. And they're going to run a play.
Yeah,
got the
Seth
sweep.
Park around the outside,
He got the edge.
that's going to be a first down and a little bit more. He'll take it down to the 45. Nice run, Seth Park.
Hunsaker's pulling out all the stops tonight. I thought that TV was for episodes of 2.5 Men.
No.
Yeah, when I was coaching high school ball I was a head coach around here for 10 years, and that was illegal. We couldn't have those type of things on the sideline. But
when did that rule
change?
change?
You know, I don't know. I know for college we can't have it. In our junior college we can't have that as well.
All right, Ian's going to throw the ball. He's looking downfield, and he was intended for Puckett, but it overthrown, and that's incomplete.
Just out of the reach of Puckett. On the slant, coming down the center there.
Quick reminder for you, the Sportsman's Expo is coming up. It's not for a while, but it's coming up 7th and 8th of April. We're going to have a nice little display booth there, so come by and see us. Bring us a hat. We're collecting hats. We'll tell you more about that later. Go ahead, Brian.
Vinny Smith, there he goes. Big, powerful run up the middle for about 11, 12 yards.
Explosive run by Vinny Smith.
They get that inside run game going with the outside run game that they have already established. It's going to be a tough sledding there for Chico High School.
Have you guys looked at Vinny Smith at all?
Oh, of course. Of course. No, we spend a lot of time recruiting our local guys. I mean, for sure. And he's on top of our list.
Mosby in motion right now. Garcia will take the snap. Vinny will get the call again. He goes over left tackle, a short gain, and they'll bring him down.
You know, Vinny's a combination of power and speed. You know, and he's got the strength to move the pile bring his own block, as we call it.
Yep.
And
I like that.
You know, and then we've got, and then he's got the ability when he gets in the open field to take it to the house. And those are the kind of players that are rare and you really want and liked, certainly.
One thing that
Park in motion. They'll give that ball again to Vinny.
Yeah, trying to get him going here.
Yeah.
One thing we did this year is we did a lot of interviews with the players themselves. So not to interrupt their class time, I would go and see them during their lunchtime. I interviewed Vinny Smith. I asked him, what athlete does he look up to? He said Walter Payton.
Hey, that's a pretty good running back to choose, huh?
Yes, it is.
Not bad at all. Park goes in motion from the left to the right-hand side. Vinny gets the call again. They're not giving up on him. He gains about a yard. They tripped him up.
This type of running back too, you want to get him some carries to get him, in the game flow. Start
Get
to
him
see
charging,
his
right?
vision going. He's not going to wear out. I mean, he's a battering ram. So, more carries he can get, the more he's going to get in the flow of the game. And here we got a big 4th down again. I think
4th and 1.
This is their 3rd, 4th down in the game that they've actually gone for, I believe.
I like the style. 1:53 left to play in the first. We're trying to keep an eye on the Anderson-Sutter game too tonight. When we get any information on that, we'll let you know. And guess who? It's the mayor of Shasta High School. It's Seth Park.
Oh, what a great title to have.
We can give Ryan a microphone too if we
Good
want.
to see Ryan O'Brien here. You said it was Ryan. I thought it was Santa Claus with that beard. Looking good, buddy.
First down for Shasta.
I believe they've converted 3 first downs on that sweep.
Yes, they have.
Same play. Little counter.
Oh, Mosby, he's got a little running room, and he's headed for the end zone.
He can beat him to
Mosby all the way
nice
there.
Run. Wow.
There's the signal. No touchdown, Shasta.
It's not final until the cannon goes off.
Dakota Mosby. Wow.
Big play. It's just demoralizing to give up a first down on 4th down again, and then the very next play give up a 28-yard touchdown.
Man, he was almost caught at the line of scrimmage. He spun out of that, and he made a beeline right for the corner of the end zone. Had his eye on the pylon. Extra point is up, and it is good. And we got 14-0 Shasta with 1:26 to play left in the first. We'll be back in a moment.
You're listening to Shasta Wolves Varsity Football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
If you're ill or injured, Hilltop Medical Clinic is here to help. From allergies to the flu to minor injuries, Hilltop Medical Clinic has you covered. Hilltop Medical Clinic is open 7 days a week on Hilltop Drive in the Town and Country Shopping Center and open Monday through Saturday on Eureka Way in Reading. No appointment necessary. Just come on in. Hilltop Medical Clinic. They accept and bill most insurance. Learn more at hilltopmedicalclinic.com.
This is Cameron from Maxwell's Eatery, and you're listening to Shasta Sports Network.
Nice job, Cameron. Thank you so much. We got a kickoff coming up here in just 1 second. Looks like Bainbridge is back deep. And who's he back there with? I do not have that guy on my roster, number 20. Is he on yours?
Number 20. I looked on the other one, and I didn't see him in there either.
Okay, we'll listen for the announcer here at Shasta. Well, we know his last name is Johnson. We'll call him John by God Johnson.
So an update.
Yes, sir.
Anderson is down 7-0, and Anderson just threw an interception.
Oh. Sutter is
okay,
a
so
strong
Johnson's
team.
over here. Bainbridge is over there. You got Bainbridge. If he gets the ball, it's your call, Brian.
And if Johnson gets it, Barron, it's yours.
Okay.
Me and Gary are taking the night off.
That's it.
All right, who do I have closest to me?
Johnson.
Johnson.
John by God Johnson.
Right on.
And I got Bust to Move Bainbridge.
That's it.
All right.
That's a good nickname for him too, because he can make things happen. Here comes the boot.
Well, nobody gets it.
Oh, that's going to go
Number 7.
short, and that's going to be Bishop Thomas. And he'll run around the left-hand side, and he gets clobbered at the 35, and there's the face mask.
Yep. That's going to be a face mask. And that was Grabo.
That's going to give him the ball at midfield, I believe.
If it was intentional or unintentional.
Yeah. That was one of those unintentional face masks usually are. Nobody intentionally grabs a face mask.
No, I didn't want to snap his neck.
I have seen people get grabbed by a ponytail before on purpose and yarded down to the ground.
Actually, a ponytail is part of the tackling surface. I'm not kidding. You can actually pull somebody down by their ponytail. That's the truth.
I would do that in a minute.
They went 15 yards on that one. And that was started by Troy Palamahu there. Mr. Head and Shoulders himself.
This is a big drive for Chico. Try to get on the board and get this to be a competitive football game.
They got to keep it close.
Position. They've got great field position here.
Midfield.
It's really important to keep it close all the way through. You don't want to be down 21 points in the fourth quarter.
Well, they're going to the heavy backfield.
Yeah.
Pistol look, trying to run the ball a little bit. And going to go a little option over here.
They'll fake it. Quarterback will keep it. He'll run to the right. Now he'll pick it up. Bainbridge picks it up on a nice bounce, but they'll lose about 3 or 4 yards.
And on the stop there for that quarterback keeper was 54. That was Troy Lyons. Doesn't matter if you try to run it up the middle or if you try to sweep around the right side or the left side. You got to get past 54.
So loss of 4, almost 5.
Almost a disastrous decision by the quarterback. One thing to lose yards is another thing to turn the ball over, and they can't afford to turn the ball over right now.
You don't see at the high school level that that option pitch very much. I've seen it a few times this year. That one did not work. They're going right to the air. Thomas looking over to his left flat. He's got a guy, overthrows him, has one hand on it, but he can't make the catch. Jake Farrell, incomplete.
The pass was number 22, Bishop Thomas.
Those are plays they're going to have to make. He was open in the left flat, and a pretty, decent ball he threw over there, just out, threw a little bit upfield too far. But if they're going to stay competitive in this football game, they're going to have to hit some of those open receivers, move the chains, keep Shasta's offense off the field.
I've not seen too much out of their big running back, Samuels, yet, but he's just waiting to get his hands on the ball and get the right moment. They got him in the backfield. Samuels, he'll get his hands on it. They'll pull it back. Long throw right down the middle. He's open. In and out of the hands. He should have had that one. Incomplete, intended for Cody Bilson.
That was a nice throw.
That was perfect.
And Levi Quintana on the coverage. Boy, he was with him step for step.
Chico seems just a little out of sync.
They
just
do.
A little bit out of sync for a championship ball game. If they can settle down and start making some of those plays, they could be in this game. But the danger is to be too far out, to be down 3 scores before you get your rhythm.
Well, last time they met each other, they did make a run for it on the
Gibson, he's going to get a chance to run this one back. He'll get it at the 20. Dodges one guy, rolls around to the right, cuts back to the middle of the field. Somebody gets his hands around him, flags on the play. He'll bring it out to the 37.
I believe you're going to have an illegal block in the back there.
Seen a lot of those this year.
If officials made their living with flags thrown on special teams, they would all be very wealthy men.
That's exactly right. We always like to think we get paid by the word.
Man, it seems like, I don't know if it's just the space and they can see better because then things are more, one-on-one, but every single special teams, you look out there, and the first thing I look for when there's a big play, like when Keno was breaking those off last week for those, obviously those special touchdown runs. Before he even got into the end zone, I'm looking back to make sure there's no laundry on the field.
That's exactly right.
Because you just get kind of programmed to do that.
Well, the first one he ran back, they did call it back for a penalty, and then the second one, he went to his right after picking the ball up at the 15, and he collided right with his own guy. Almost knocked him down, knocked his own guy down, and he just darted right through. Personal foul against Shasta. Unsportsmanlike against Shasta. Wow.
Against 2 purple, actually, is what he meant to say.
Did he call 2?
He called number 2.
For 2 in the same play?
Yep.
Huh. They can only take one of them, right?
Well, he had 2 different things going on. He hit him in the back, and then he came over and took his helmet off before he got to the sidelines.
Yeah, can't do that. Taking your helmet off is not advised.
And I believe if you get 2 unsportsmanlike penalties in the same game, you are ejected. But that was that was 1 unsportsmanlike, I believe.
Well, I think they're giving them credit for 2 because they're marching it all the way down to the 11-yard line.
I think the first one was an illegal block.
Okay.
Then the second one, I believe, was unsportsmanlike.
That's correct.
Yes.
So you can't get 2 of those. So he'll be on a short leash, I'm sure, with Coach Hunsaker.
Absolutely. Defensive stands coming up right now. Max Preps is here tonight. Record Searchlight is here tonight. Chico Enterprise Record is here tonight.
So Shasta will start from their own 10-yard line. Excuse me, the 11-yard line.
And let's try giving the ball to Kelsall around the left end.
That power run.
And he drags 7 guys for 3 extra yards.
Those are the ones you feel in the morning.
That's right.
You know you
that
played.
That is true.
You know you played.
Looks like they'll get one more play off before the end of the first quarter. And it's a pass.
Big pass over to the right flat. He made the catch, but he didn't get his feet in bounds. He's out of bounds.
That leaves 18 seconds left in the first quarter.
18 seconds.
I would really be watching Seth Park around the edge here. Looks like they're going to throw a screen over here to him.
Yeah, good call. He makes that completion at the 15. He'll get it up across the 20. Runs into a couple of tacklers. One of those is the big dude, Cody Bilson.
That's going to be a first down, though, for Shasta. And they'll fought the ball momentarily. Then they will start the clock again, and looks like Shasta's going to just let this one run out. And
that's exactly what they'll do, and that's the end of the first period here. Shasta leads 14-0. Second quarter coming up.
You're listening to Shasta Wolves Varsity Football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
San Jose Sharks Hockey on XS Sports is sponsored by Emerald Kingdom Greenhouse.
Now it's LeBanc again. In front, tap in, they score!
Visit emeraldkingdomgreenhouse.com to learn more about fully automated greenhouses.
The power play goal for Tomas Hertl, and the Sharks take the lead.
Catch every Sharks game right here on XS Sports 96.1 FM.
Hi, this is Felicia from Shasta Physical Therapy, and you're listening to the Shasta Sports Network.
Good place to be here tonight, and for Coach Hamilton, Dan, we want to introduce him to our Coach of the Year sometime when you get a few seconds. What is that, about a 30-second cut?
Oh, no, it's about a minute cut, but yes, you got to listen to the Coach of the Year.
You'll love this, Brian.
Would love it.
14-0, second period set to begin. Get our scoreboard up to date.
And you just talked about penalty free, and then we've got 2 back-to-back penalties when they shouldn't have been there.
Yeah, that's true.
Vinny
off
the right side with a big, powerful run.
That might be another first down for the human locomotive. Vinny Smith finally getting his legs underneath him and making things happen.
A gain of 11 and a first down.
The V-Train. Get on board the V-Train anytime you can. You will come out a winner.
Here comes Kelsall. He goes around the left-hand side. They've run that play several times this year, or this evening, and nice little gain right there for Kelsall. Almost coughed up that football there at the end.
Yes, he did. He was struggling to hold on to that thing.
I just love to watch him give that stiff arm.
Man, you don't want to be on the other end of it, though.
No, you don't.
So 2nd and 4 from the 40.
Park in motion. Vinny Smith will get the ball right-hand side. He'll get enough for a first down for Shasta across the 45. 46-yard line is where they'll mark it.
Shasta just controlling the tempo, controlling the physicality, controlling the all aspects of the football game right now.
Kelsall goes in motion. They're going to throw the ball. Garcia throws it to Kelsall. That's complete at the 50. Down to the 40, and he's still got room to move. 30, 25, hits another guy head on. Goes out down at the 16-yard line. Kelsall, wow.
What an incredible player, both offense and defense, and just a power running machine.
He's just rumbling. He's leaving wounded warriors. It's just
Man, if he doesn't go anywhere in the football world, he can get a job as a Dodge Ram truck.
Well, he is not that fast, but when you keep throwing him off and keep going down the field, you just keep going.
We got a player down over here on the left-hand side. That looks like a Chico player. They're tending to him right away. He's sitting up. He's talking. He's doing all right. And that's one of their big players, too. That's Cody Bilson. He took a shot right there. I think he's the one that tried to apply the tackle, and Kelsall hit you, and you feel like you're that little thing at the carnival that they smack with a mallet to run the bell up to the top. That rung his bell pretty good.
It was a well-designed play. They rolled out to the right, kind of slipped him out on the left-hand side, got him one-on-one with a blocker in front of him, and you get a guy with that kind of a size in space against smaller defenders, and boy, good things happen. The game plan that Shasta has put in for this game is going perfectly.
And Coach Hunsaker, he will run the same play all the time until they get it right. And, you know, one thing I got to say, guys, we all look about 5 pounds heavier. How was everybody's Thanksgiving?
That's great.
It's good. Timeout, Chico.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's just stay here and chat for a couple of seconds.
Ryan O'Brien is with us, too. He is.
Hey, fellas, how are you?
Ryan, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I appreciate
people
it.
in the broadcast booth tonight.
I like that you guys dialed up some nice weather tonight. We were out here a couple of weeks ago and it was pouring down rain. This is a whole lot better than that.
It's a lot different tonight. Perfect night for football.
This would be a heck of a City League basketball team right here.
Yeah, it was.
Huh?
Yeah.
Bunch of old guys with gray beards.
Yeah, right. Aaron Browning from Spirion, you already know. This is Brian Hamilton, head coach, the offensive coordinator for Shasta College.
Excellent.
We have, and speaking of Shasta College, we do have Ricky Ray, who was one of our Shasta High School alumni, and he's playing in the Grey Cup tomorrow.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Sent out a text to him, and he hit me back,
Ricky.
and he's going, I think, for his 3rd Grey Cup win tomorrow. Hall of Fame career up there in Canada, so shout out to Ricky. He's, like I said, Shasta High School and a Shasta College alum, one of the best that ever come out of this area. Still slinging it at about 37 years old. So
wow.
Good for him. Okay, so here we go.
1st and 10.
Vinny Smith, Park in motion, and they'll give it to Smith right up the middle, and that's going to be a short gain, if any.
You know, you'd think those, when you hand the ball off and you play it perfectly defensively like they just did, and then you look up and they still gets 2 yards.
Yeah.
It's just demoralizing. You know, it's just, the guy can really, really bring a punch to it.
Vinny no longer has the cast on his left wrist, but he's got a big pad and a big tape job. Kelsaw, what a great move! He did a quick dodge in, got past the guy and takes it down inside the 5. What a good move.
Right at the 5 is where they're going to spot it, and I do believe that's going to be a 1st and goal for the Wolves.
How about Kelsaw with a nice move?
Kid is an unbelievable athlete.
He might be eligible for Dancing with the Stars, Shasta County style next year. Right up the middle, confusion. Oh, here we go. Seth Park, and he's looking to find a corner. Can't find it. He's hit hard.
Well played by Chico defense.
Yeah, they were all over it.
Ty Walker, what a great tackle.
Loss of 2.
Be 2nd and goal. Ball will be spotted at the 9-yard line.
Anybody who knows anything about Shasta knows that Seth Park needs a shadow. Kelsaw takes it, left tackle, charges down back to the original line of scrimmage, about the 5. It'll be 3rd down.
You're in 4th down territory. It doesn't matter. You got 2 more downs. You're at the 5. You got to progress forward. And I'm looking for Vinny right up the center.
The 3rd down guy has been Seth Park. Let's see what he does here. Oh, here comes the big man, rumbling around left side for a walk-in touchdown.
He's in. Wow, that's deep.
Kelsaw, huge on that drive. He was huge on that drive. He must have had 50, 60 yards of offense on that drive.
He was making it happen.
Wow.
And that's just great job by JC. You know, everybody's eyes on Seth, everybody's eyes on Vinny, and then he comes out this drive and establishes Kelsaw as his weapon. And it just, there's so many weapons, and it just spreads you so thin as a defense. Great job by that coaching staff.
Extra point, there we go. That is up, and it is perfect, and that'll make it 21-0 with 9:25 left to play in the first half. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Shasta Wolves Varsity Football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
When you choose Hill Collision Center, you have the option to receive text or email updates as your vehicle goes through the collision restoration process. Read customer reviews and see before and after photos online at hillcollisioncenter.com.
Hi, this is Ali Abbasi with the Red Wolf Outlaws, and you're listening to Shasta Sports Network.
You and Ali went to that escape room last night, right?
We did an escape room last night from Reading Escape Rooms.
Did you make it out?
We did not.
All right.
We did not. We ran out of time. We found the 2 things that we needed to find. We also found the escape key, but I'm not going to mention any names, but somebody kind of did a little cheat and grabbed it out of the drawer with a piece of wire instead of getting the lock open.
I'm not shy. That was your girlfriend, soon-to-be wife, Lori Weber. Cheater.
The escape room.
Nice to have our girls here with us tonight.
Yes.
1 week ago, we shared a wonderful championship moment with your team, Brian, and that was awesome. I want to talk about that when we get a little bit of a break. I want to ask you how the rest of your night went. There's the kick right now. That'll go all the way down, and that's going to be picked up by Johnson. Nope. Yeah, he'll pick it up.
Oh,
He'll trip over it a little bit.
it.
And he'll step on the line out of bounds, and that did not look good on his resume. They'll mark it at the 14-yard line. So after all that celebration, and we're usually the last ones out of there. The only thing left in the stadium is a big old pile of ice right on the sideline. And us, and ritually, we like to go down there and rub our face all in it to cool down. Well, it was a big celebration. What was the rest of your night like after you left the stadium?
I don't remember. No.
Excellent.
I'm kidding.
Excellent.
No,
That's the perfect comment.
We had a great time for sure. It was a long season, a great season, and we did go out and have a good time as a staff for sure.
It was Coach Thompson's birthday.
Bainbridge in motion. They'll hand it up the middle. And that's going to be Samuels. He finally gets his hand on the ball.
It's a great birthday gift for Coach Thompson to win the second, our second bowl game in the last 3 years, and to be in that game 3 years in a row. It's been quite an accomplishment, nice little run for us.
In reality, we started this whole network for your team. And last year you went a perfect 10-0, and we had the bowl game, which was a rainy mess. And then this year you went and you had that great comeback after 0-3. So we've had 2 championship seasons in my mind. Oh, they're going to bring him down. He throws it away.
That's going to be a free ball. That's going to be a free ball, and it's still going to be, they're going to say it's incomplete.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to
go. There goes the flag. It's going to be intentional grounding.
Intentional grounding, yes.
Okay. That's it.
That will be a loss of down.
Right now, the Shasta defense is just playing at a different speed than the Chico offense.
No kidding.
So, it's just a tough place to be when you're on the Chico side right now, trying to dial up something to change the momentum. And you're doing it with your backs pinned against your own end zone.
And the great thing is, defensive coordinator Ramage still stays serious.
Kurt does a great job. I had a chance to coach against him for a lot of years, and he just does such a tremendous job of preparing his guys, and seems like a really good guy to play for, too. A lot of fun. And his guys have done an awesome job this year.
So Samuel's back in the backfield, and his backfield right now is 2 yards deep into the end zone. They'll send Bainbridge in motion. They'll fake it to Samuels. They're looking to throw the ball over to the right flat. In and out of the hands. Nice defense right there by Quintana.
Levi Quintana, what great timing to make a play on the ball there.
So do you think they'll go after this?
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
They're already telling defensive coordinator Ramage, hey, we got to go. We got to go.
Yeah.
If I'm one of those front guys for Shasta right now, I'm thinking, if I block this, I might get myself a touchdown.
No kidding. Ramage on the sideline. He's already done 3.5 miles this game. And there's a deep. He gets it. That guy can kick that ball. Gibson would like to see. It takes a bounce, and it'll stop rolling at about the 37-yard line. Good field position. Corbin Muckle shaking up on the play. He's over there in the end zone, kind of walking it off, shaking it off. Corbin Muckle had his finest game of the season the last game we played, and he was big. He was our player of the game. Very well deserved. Okay, so
what do you think? Play action, go for the juggler?
Well, I think
good field position. Try to throw one right now to the end zone, and
why not? I'm gonna.
8:22 left. Yeah, they're gonna.
Garcia goes in motion.
That was Seth Park. Direct snap to Seth Park. I'm in the Wildcat.
Wow.
You called it earlier.
Yes, I did.
You know what I saw last week, Brian? The first time I've ever seen it, and that was that swing and gate thing.
Yeah,
that was just the weirdest thing I ever seen.
Yeah, we see that every once in a while.
Now Garcia gives it off to Vinny Smith right at the center.
What's worse about the swing gate is when it works. Then you really feel bad. Holy cow, how did that thing work?
For those who don't know what the swinging gate is, we'll elaborate on that here in a couple of minutes. You might be able to explain it a little bit better than I can. Okay, so Ian Garcia.
3rd down and 2 for Shasta.
I think I might take a shot right here at the end zone. You're going to go for it on 4th down anyways. Let's see if we can't get something in the end zone.
We'll go right up the middle, and
just go Vinny Smith up the end zone, up the middle for the touchdown.
He's in now. Wow, Vinny Smith right up the center, and you got to give it to that offensive line. That offensive line is doing a tremendous job doing the blocking. Wow. Gary and I always believe that the game is won in the trenches right there.
Oh, for sure. And right now, there's one team right now who's winning the trenches on both sides.
That's true.
And that's tough to overcome if you're on the Chico side.
I learned from high school coach Randy Palomino at Anderson. He says people come to watch the offense, but defense is the name of the game.
Defense wins championships.
Extra point coming up, and there's going to be a flag on that play. They'll blow that dead.
That's most likely going to be a false start.
By the way, that kicker, Nicholas Lindsay, he was moved up from the JV team, and he was like 8 for 8 last week.
Wasn't he great?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's number 81.
And he's just going home going, this is great, unless I have to kick a 35-yarder with 1 second left to go.
Nicholas Lindsay.
Yeah, big kid. Got long legs. Okay, so we'll try the extra point again. They're bringing the pressure right now. There's the placement. Kick is up. And it's textbook. No, they're saying it's no good. Didn't go through. Wide to the left, so that's where we will remain. 27-0. 7:24 left to play in the first half. Shasta leads this one here at Thompson Field. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Shasta Wolves Varsity Football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
Looking for an immediate career opportunity in Reading? Listen up. Spherion is a recruiting and staffing leader with 20 years of success helping job seekers in our area get connected to rewarding career opportunities. They currently have a variety of job openings, including warehouse laborers, auto body techs, as well as office and administrative positions. If those fit your skills and interests, Spherion would love to talk to you. Learn more about these or other available positions. Call Spherion today at 222-3434. Get connected to a job today. Call Spherion.
Hi, this is Brittany from Maxwell's Eatery, and you're listening to Shasta Sports Network.
Thank you, Brittany. Real quick here before we get this kickoff. Baron, you got a big thing going on down in the city of Anderson tomorrow. Tell us about it.
Tomorrow is Christmas in Anderson. That starts at 4 o'clock. We'll have some food trucks down there, and then followed by the Christmas parade and Christmas lighting.
And is there a hub for everything?
Yeah, East Center Street.
Okay, right there by the fireside?
Yep, right by perfect. Right at the old fire station.
Perfect.
East Center Street. What time does this kick off tomorrow?
Right down the street. Right down the street from Burrito Bandito.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
And that ice cream shop. My daughter loves that ice cream shop.
Razzle Dazzle?
No, that actually closed.
Oh, okay.
And you're thinking about Razzalicious. Okay, who wants who?
This one's just called the Parlor.
Bainbridge is closest to it. Brian, you can have him.
Brian? Hamilton's going to get it far side?
That's not Bainbridge.
That's going to go to Thomas, I believe. Or Johnson. Johnson takes a return. About
8-yard return up
Johnson,
to 30.
Johnson, by God, Johnson.
John, by God, Johnson.
John, by God, Johnson.
Well, Chico needs to get something going right now.
They actually have a very talented team. I'm surprised we're at this point where it's 27-0.
They just haven't matched the energy. They haven't made the plays. It's early in the game, but they really got to right now buckle down and try to move the chains here and get something positive going for their ball club going.
Samuel's in the backfield. Thomas, your quarterback, he has relied on his arm for most of his stuff tonight. They'll give it to Samuels. Up the middle, he'll cut left, cut right. Now he's got room to move, and now everybody's chasing him, and he's across midfield down to the 45.
Well, that's
42.
That's a positive.
That is a positive.
That's the kid I saw yesterday on film. That's what I've been waiting for.
Yeah, he was nice in the open field. He was patient. I've seen him run on film this year and in person a couple times, and he's a very good football player.
That's got to give Chico a little spark right there.
They needed that.
They really needed that just for a morale boost.
It might not be a bad idea to give that boy the rock a little bit more. Let him pound that thing in between the tackles and see if they can't, start establishing some physicality up front.
Big run there. They'll try the same play, and he'll look for the hole. He won't get it this time.
Yeah, it's very rare when you spread the defense out like that and get a run up there with that delay. Try to do it again. They're keying on it. So you call it the rock just like Coach Hunsaker does.
Oh, yeah. All of us football coaches, we have our terms for things, and the football's the rock, and
you coaches
that's the sacred acre.
You coaches have the most interesting language I have ever heard. It's fun to watch, and the hand signals too, or you just can't figure them out.
Yeah, you spend a lifetime in this game, and you start saying things that don't make a lot of sense to other people.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to draw the Wolves offsides on a delayed count. Encroachment. Whatever happened to good old offsides, right?
Yeah.
All right, so it'll be second down.
There is not an empty seat in the grandstands at all.
Well, they're spirited here. Chico's got a good representation as well. The Panther pride over on the other side. And quarterback, keeper up the middle. He had a nice pitch out to Samuels right there with a lot of room, but he hung on to it.
We got a third down and 3 here. It's a big play for Chico High School.
Now, Coach, you're still in 4-down territory, though.
I think so for sure.
Being what the score is.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
And you need to get something out of this drive. You got to call your best plays right now.
And that's a sneak up the center, and he does not get it. He got maybe one. Corbin Muckle keyed on him, and also Troy Lyons. Five minutes left in the first half. Wow.
If you're the offensive coordinator, this has to be your best charted play.
Absolutely.
Right now. You can't wait for the second half. This has to be your best play. Something you feel very confident that you're going to get your kids the best chance to get 4 yards and move the chains.
Well, if I'm coach, I'm going to put that ball in the hands of Mr. Samuels.
Absolutely.
There's a timeout here from Chico. We want to talk about it.
That's perfect. We can take a timeout quick, too, to take a station identification.
4:36 left to play. We'll be right back.
You're listening to Shasta Wolves Varsity Football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
This is KKXS Shingletown Reading, your home for entertaining sports talk and award-winning play-by-play. If you're looking for a game, it's on XS Sports 96.1 FM.
Hi, this is Courtney and Bossy at Bud's Jollycone in Red Bluff, and you're listening to Shasta Sports Network.
That's right. You remember, if you go to Bud's Jollycone, mention the Shasta Sports Network, and you will get 3 free tater tots.
3 of them.
Yep.
So, Coach, I'm really surprised they haven't put the ball in the hands of their 3 top key players, Samuels, Thomas, and Childs.
I agree. I would go to some quick passing stuff, some slants, something high percentage where get some things going. Get the ball into your playmakers' hands.
They're looking to throw the ball. Thomas now is under pressure. He's got to throw it away, and he will.
And Shasta will take over.
Nice job standing on the sidelines. That would be considered a completion to Anthony Beltran on the sidelines.
Coach Ramage's defense holding strong there. Got to give Shasta some credit on defense. They, tightened up when they needed to and made the play on 4th down.
I think one of the greatest games for the Knights this year that I had so much fun at was College of the Redwoods.
Yes, that was crazy, wasn't it?
That was a good
great setting, wasn't it?
All week long, I said, best game ever. And then you guys played that game last Saturday, which topped that by far. Quick pass out to the right-hand side. That is complete.
It's a really nice throw. People don't realize how, those are short throws, people think, but actually he's throwing that thing about 25 yards, and he's got to put it on the upfield shoulder so, he can invite his receiver upfield. That's a tough throw and a nice throw there by the Shasta quarterback.
6-yard pickup, and that was Gibson. Now Gibson and Puckett will flare out all the way to the left-hand side.
Well, they got one guarding 2. I usually like those odds.
Bainbridge is fast, but you can't be in 2 places at once.
Man,
especially
they ran all verticals on a play action here. There's not enough people.
And there he is. Gibson complete. Nice defense right there by the Chico Panthers. Excellent coverage right there, and that's going to be Raul Martinez on the stop.
Raul Martinez is a senior, 5'9", 180 pounds, and moves quick.
I think you called that one, Coach. If they would have just thrown it over the top, they would have had the long ball.
Chico got caught. They're doing it again. There's only one covering 2 over there.
3rd down to 3.
They did that cross pattern too, and they give it up the middle.
Gonna have another 4th down.
I think he's going to go for it here. Yeah. He will not stop. He wants that time of possession.
And we've got an injured Chico player.
And players down, so we'll stay right here. It looks like number 35 for
that's
Chico.
one of the big men too. He's not on my roster.
So Gary and I talked this morning, and I asked him, okay, so what football movie did you watch this morning? You know, you have Rudy, you have Invincible,
Longest Yard.
The Longest Yard. I told him, I said, I watched Ace Ventura, Bet Detective.
I watched Ohio State, Michigan.
I watched the game. I woke up in the middle of the night last night, couldn't sleep. Figured I'd make a few graphics and watch a college game. I think I watched a Navy game or something last night.
What a great comeback by Ohio State's redshirt freshman quarterback.
How about that?
Being down and then coming back for the win.
Yeah, that was amazing. Jim Harbaugh's having a tough time against Ohio State.
He is.
Paying a lot of money. Got to win one of those games.
And there goes Kelsall. And he gets the first down.
Power.
Wow.
Kelsall putting on a clinic out there tonight.
He has had a great game so far.
I believe they are 4 for 4 or 5 for 5 on fourth downs.
5 for 5 right now.
That's amazing.
It's making a statement is what that's doing right now.
Single coverage up top. Single coverage up top.
Muckle, tall guy, almost makes the catch. They struggle for it. It falls to the ground, incomplete. Good defense right there. That was anybody's ball, and I figured Muckle, since he's like 9 feet tall, would have had the advantage, and he did, but the guy was up there with him, and they struggled for the ball. In that struggle, it fell to the ground. All right, Vinny Smith, right up the middle. What a hole!
Oh, he runs right into the referee.
Right into the official right there. That's going to be another first down and a big run for Vinny Smith.
Well, if the referee hadn't stopped it, he might have broke it.
That's right.
Yeah.
The Shasta team right now just has that aura of being invincible on this field tonight. They just know whatever they want to do, they're doing, and that's a great feeling as a team.
You know, Hunsaker was on our broadcast on your game last week. They're going to pass the ball. Garcia fakes the pump. Now he's got a little bit of trouble, and he's going to go down. That's going to sack him down to the 40.
Loss of 7, almost 8.
That is Kobe Hood on the stop for the Panthers.
He was very specific, Coach Hunsaker, last week on the broadcast. He says, you know what, guys, I got a good feeling about moving further in this league this year. He goes, I don't want to jinx it or nothing, but my guys are at the top of their game, and the spirit is there. And when you got the mental side in check, that's a big part of it. Kelsall misses.
Vinny up center.
That's Vinny.
Well, Coach Hunsaker does such a great job, and he's got the 3 big things you have to be successful. One is a great staff, surround himself with really good, knowledgeable football guys, and then number 2, you have to have great players. And he's developed and done a great job with his players, and he has some great players. And then you have to have a culture of winning and some tradition, and they have it here at Shasta High School. And so it's the big 3 are doing well.
Yep.
And JC's going to do very well here for a long time.
And don't forget, you got to have a very understanding wife.
All of us football coaches do.
Yep.
Matter of fact, after football season, when I come home, after I've been gone for basically 5 months, and I come home and I'm sitting around the house, my wife, and she's been my wife for 27 years, she looks at me and says, don't you have someplace to go? You're messing up my routine.
Nice.
Oh, that's great. You know,
yeah, we tip our hats to our ladies of our families because, I mean, it's an easy thing to say they put up with a lot, but it's not like it's a difficult thing. They are just supportive, and I got a real supportive lady, and you guys do too. Baron, you do too. Everybody does, and that's nice.
Well, the thing about it too is when you're a coach, you know, a fan might watch a game and they're disappointed if you lose for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever. Coaches, we keep it around the house the entire week.
Yeah.
And we're grumpy, and we're and they have to put up with that. And then if you lose the last game of the year, you're grumpy for 6 months.
That's it.
Yep,
and so my wife was very happy when we won the last game because last year we didn't. So she was very happy that Coach Hamilton was in a happy mood for this Thanksgiving and not answering questions about what happened.
We all have our moods. I've come home with the door locked and the light off, and I know that's not good.
Yeah.
That's that escape room you're talking about.
That's exactly right. You got your own escape room at your house.
Couldn't find the key.
That's why I have a trailer on the side of the house. When I come home, go in the trailer and go to sleep.
Okay, third in a bunch.
I need to know your address.
There you go.
Vinny, right up the middle, the power run, and boy, he is knocked back.
Still in 4-down territory. I see Hunsaker still running the ball.
Man, he's gonna not punt the ball here?
Oh no, he's gonna go for it.
Nice.
He's in 4-down territory. He might as well.
4th down and about 16.
Yep. And the clock is running down. Almost 50 seconds left in the first half.
Well, they're 5 for 5. If they pick this one up, 4th to 16, man, that'll be something else.
Seth Park was in motion. They're going to throw the ball. Vinny
Garcia
downfield. Kirk Gibson. And he's not able to haul it in. Good defense right there by Bainbridge.
You know, it seemed like that ball was lofted up in the air a little bit too much instead of a direct line shot. He was open.
You know, these guys get open. It's only for a fraction of a second. And Gibson had his man beat right there. He had 2 defenders on him, and he split them both perfectly. Coach, we're going to have a conversation with Drew Faircloth, who's right here a couple of rows in front of us. He's got some exciting things going on in his life. You might know way more about it than I do, but we're going to find out the scoop on that. Whatever. I don't know what the rules are and how much you can talk about.
Well, he's got a bag of candy right there, and right now I think he's excited about that.
All right, Thomas now on that count. He's going to roll over to the right-hand side. He's got pressure from Mosby. Throws it right over to the middle to Samuels, and he drops it. Incomplete.
Boy, they had some space there. They just couldn't complete that ball. Drew had a really good year for us. Actually, Drew and my son are the same age. They went to grade school together at a small private school. So we've known Drew and his family for, well, Drew's entire life, really. And he's a special young man, and looking forward to seeing great things and where he ends up playing next year.
His father, Andy, when we did our very first game for you guys last year down at West Hills, he was back up here on the phone with us telling us if our signal was good. He was dialing us all in. That's how we met. All right, Thomas will send Bainbridge and Mosen. They will fumble the ball, trying to get the handoff. Quarterback picks it up, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and Mosby brings him down. Mosby looks like a stud down there, but outside of his pads, the guy's only about 4'8".
That might be
well, got about 20 seconds left in the half, and Chico might be just let this thing run out, get in the locker room and regroup.
Look at all of them looking over at the side.
Center 34, Anderson 0.
Ouch.
Wow. And that is going to be the end of the first half, Gary. Wow.
Lopsided here for sure. Score at the half, 27 for Shasta, 0 for the Chico Panthers. We'll have the halftime report coming up for you in just a couple of moments. Stay with us.
You're listening to Shasta Wolves Varsity Football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
Looking for an immediate career opportunity in Reading? Listen up. Spherion is a recruiting and staffing leader with 20 years of success helping job seekers in our area get connected to rewarding career opportunities. They currently have a variety of job openings, including warehouse laborers, auto body techs, as well as office and administrative positions. If those fit your skills and interests, Spherion would love to talk to you. Learn more about these or other available positions. Call Spherion today at 222-3434. Get connected to a job today. Call Spherion.
If you're ill or injured, Hilltop Medical Clinic is here to help. From allergies to the flu to minor injuries, Hilltop Medical Clinic has you covered. Hilltop Medical Clinic is open 7 days a week on Hilltop Drive in the Town & Country Shopping Center and open Monday through Saturday on Eureka Way in Reading. No appointment necessary. Just come on in. Hilltop Medical Clinic. They accept and bill most insurance. Learn more at hilltopmedicalclinic.com.
Everybody knows Enterprise picks you up. But can they solve all my transportation needs? Spoiler alert, they can.
You can buy from Enterprise Car Sales.
Sold. Car sharing. That's alarmingly sensible.
We even rent exotics.
That's good, because sometimes Mama wants to drive like a mother. Big trucks are kind of my jam. You guys make me feel so special.
Like a princess?
Exactly. Rent, buy, or share. How can Enterprise pick you up today?
I said, do you want to play football?
San Francisco 49er football on XS Sports 96.1 FM is sponsored by Bud Light, Reading Kia, and California Shingle and Shake. This week, the Niners host division rival Seattle Seahawks. Pregame at 12:05, kickoff at 1:05. Niners, Seahawks. Sunday on XS Sports 96.1 FM.
This is the best game ever!
This is Defensive Coordinator Kirk Ramage, and you're listening to Shasta Sports Network.
Welcome to the Shasta Sports Network Halftime Report. A quick look at tactical and statistical information from the first half of tonight's game. Here now, with an in-depth analysis on the first half, Gary Moore and Dan Miller.
And Brian Hamilton and Baron Browning. Drew Faircloth's going to join us up here. Ryan O'Brien. Hey, Ryan, you got...
Ryan's up.
You don't have headsets on, but give us your recap of the first half.
Well, it looks to me like Shasta learned a lot from that last game of the season against Foothill, where they looked like they were kind of cruising into the playoffs, stumbled early, and then had to come alive late to show their colors. And once they've got into the playoffs, they have been absolutely an unstoppable force. They were last week, and they are this week, getting out to an early lead, but also their defense has really stepped up their play.
Good job, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a mouthful.
All right. In the first half, Mr. Browning, what did you see? Give us your little recap.
Well, I'm just stunned, and I've been saying it throughout the game that Chico has not been using their power muscle on offense. I'm really not sure what their game plan was, so I'm a little confused.
Yeah, Mr. Miller, what do you got?
Well, what can I say? The defense is doing a spectacular job for Shasta on keeping no points on the board. Another goose egg for them. They're rolling.
As an offensive coordinator and assistant head coach, Brian, what would you, if you were the Chico coach, what would you be telling your team right now?
I'd say let's not look at the scoreboard. Let's make sure we come out this half, and let's make sure that every single play we execute to the best of our ability. And let's not hang our heads. Let's just try to inch our way back into this thing.
We got a score here, 27-0. We're at the halftime break right now. Sutter is leading, was it 34?
34 to nothing.
34 to nothing over the Cubs. And I'm telling you what, Don Trotter, who I grew up with playing ball when we were teenagers, he has turned that program around from a full spectrum from last year or 2 years ago to, last year they did really well. This year they're doing great. They made it all the way to play Sutter. Sutter has always got a good football program, and, I think they feed those guys corn and steel down in that area. They're big. They're just big.
Having Coach Hamilton here, great thing. You should get one of the coaches of the year, but we got the coach of the year for you, my friend.
I can't wait to see what you got for me.
You want to hire this guy. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach, is there anything you want to change?
I don't know what you want me to tell that. Everybody's like, football is a team game, okay? It's not a team game, okay? I did my part, all right? I put in a great game plan. These players, they're horrible. My players are no good. Everybody's like, no excuses. No, I got 22 excuses, 11 on my offense and 11 on my defense. Our offensive coordinator is terrible. He gets half of his plays off of Madden, rookie mode. The guy is no good. Our offensive line, it's like Obama's immigration policy. Let everybody through. Do we have a chance next week? No, we don't. We're 0-8. We're not good at football. I got 3 white receivers. Our red zone defense is like Oprah. Like, you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown. Our quarterback, look at the playbook. We put in plays for Peyton Manning. He plays like Cooper Manning. The guy's just not good at football. No credit to the other team, okay? The other team is awful. We tried to recruit bigger, better players to come play for us, but they went to good schools. I put in the game plan. These kids can't execute. Third down, terrible. I know we need better players. I get it. We can't win with the product we got in the field here. Like, I'm down to Rick Pitino some guys if I need to, but not at this level. I'm not going to jail for these kids. They're all talking in the locker room like, we're a team, we're in this together, no matter what happens, we're together. Like, not me, dude. I'm out of here. This team's terrible.
There you go. There's
coach of the year. And that had to be the last game of the year.
Ryan, can we use your microphone for 1 second?
I've never had any of those thoughts, by the way.
Chris Hall back here with us. Chris, you've been a supporter all year long. You've been here at every game all year long. You're involved in a neat little football thing. Tell us about your little gridiron deal.
Let's make sure it's on here first. Hold on a second.
That might help. He's been involved in something that's really super cool. It's a nationwide thing, and it's all about football. Tell us.
Yeah, I started a company called Gridiron Alumni about 7 years ago. We travel the nation, and we put on alumni football games. So we let guys in their 20s, 30s, and 40s who still have the itch to play ball and still want to get out there. We let them put the gear on and go crazy against their old school rivals. The best part about it is it's a fundraiser. Since 2010, the company's raised over $400,000 for schools and charities.
Nice.
So it's a great way to see the country too.
Give us your synopsis of the first half here. Were you expecting this?
You know, I think I'm kind of said I'm looking for a shutout. So they're living up to those expectations. I really do feel like, you know, Chico's got some good players.
They've got some great players.
They're one or two good plays away from making it a good game, but Shasta's just focused right now. They're just doing everything they need to do to make it happen.
And defense wins championships. That's what that's our motto. And we also want to thank you for the black helmet. That
Absolutely.
is fantastic. You know,
my pleasure. That looks good. I like that sticker.
Yeah, it turned out really good. It turned out really nice. Gary also has the Shasta College Knights.
I got the signed helmet from last year that I got at the auction.
Yep.
He got the signed helmet from Shasta this year at their auction.
Yeah, at Shasta High School. So I have that signed helmet. That sits in our studios at home and behind the glass wall, so to speak.
We've had a lot of fun last year, of course, but this year we've had some pretty amazing road trips. We went down to Salinas with you guys and saw Rabobank Stadium for the first time, and I just fell in love with that place. That was just like a place you would want to go see a football game. It was beautiful all the way.
And I'm glad to see that you guys are trying to get upgrades on the football field as of the scoreboard and stuff like that at Shasta High School or Shasta College. That is fantastic.
Is there any talk about that right now?
You know, talk every year about that, and we're hoping, you know, we love our stadium. It's a pretty neat place. It's, you know, iconic. There's a lot of football games have played out there. I actually like the natural surface.
I do too.
It's beautiful.
I do too.
You know, so it's a great place, and there's always that catch-22 of changing something. You know, do you want to take the old scoreboard out, or do you want to leave it kind of, you know? But I know they're trying to upgrade some things, and our athletic director Mike Maury does a tremendous job out there, supporting our football programs and the other athletic teams. So I would look forward to some things happening out there, certainly with the new bond as well that was passed by our community.
Right.
And we love our football. It's one of the only football fields you're going to see where that's all we play there. You know.
Yeah.
Football.
That's right.
That's the only thing that goes on there is a few high school games, 5 college games, sometimes 6.
It's also the only stadium on the planet that has their logo and their mascot carved into a tree.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, huh?
That was awesome.
Got to watch that guy do that, and I kept thinking, man, I hope he doesn't split. I mean, it's amazing to watch those guys do that out there. And
we put in a requisition for an elevator. We don't think it's going to happen now.
Okay, so let's
our lifetimes.
Let's take a quick break, and we're going to come back and we're going to talk to Drew Faircloth. We'll run a microphone down to him. We'll be right back here.
You're listening to Shasta Wolves Varsity Football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
Imagine a rent-a-car company that will pick you up right at your door. That's Enterprise. Call us. We'll arrange to come to you, take you back to our office, and you're on your way. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
When you choose Hill Collision Center, you have the option to receive text or email updates as your vehicle goes through the collision restoration process. Read customer reviews and see before and after photos online at hillcollisioncenter.com.
Award-winning design from Michael Carnes and Boundary Water Screen Printing, Graphic Design, and Embroidery. 244 Hartnell Avenue, Reading.
Hi, it's Dave Tappan from Red 103.1 Reading's Classic Rock. And this is the Division II High School Section Championship game on XS Sports.
That guy had to go into professional voiceover business, right? All right. So we're back
talking
here.
about Mr. Tappan, right?
Yeah, Dave Tappan and I go a long way back. Our careers started in radio together, and we're still very good friends and still work together. So he's one of my longest running friends. Drew Faircloth is here, linebacker for the Shasta College Knights. Drew, welcome to this program.
How's it going, everybody?
It's going great. What I'm going to ask you a quick question about your synopsis of the first half. What do you got? What did you see out there?
They're running the ball really strong right now. Offensively, they're moving the ball really well. Chico's defense definitely needs to make some big changes.
Well, they're out there doing jumping jacks right now. Hopefully that makes some sort of a change and turn this into a football game. Tell us what's going on for you.
Just enjoying we had a nice Thanksgiving with my family. Just enjoyed that. Just trying to figure out where I'm going to play the next level at. And
I don't know if you can talk in depth about that, but what are your options?
I'm looking at a few Division II schools have offered me. A number of NAI schools have also offered me.
Nice.
I'm just kind of trying to figure out where I want to live the next couple of years. Is really just kind of weighing the options of all the schools and just kind of going from there.
As a coach, Brian, what kind of guidance do you give a guy like this who's, he's done playing for your team and he's moving on? What kind of guidance do you give him?
Well, first off, it was
about
awesome
selection
to see,
of choice.
Yeah, it was awesome to see Drew have a great year and have a great bowl game and end the season as a champion. So that was cool. I always tell our guys that fit is more important than level. What I mean by that is, whether it's Division I, Division II, NAIA, that's not really shouldn't be your focus. Your focus should be finding the best school that fits what your desires are as far as where you want to live, what you want to study, what the system they run, what kind of coaches they have, the winning tradition. So that's my big thing I always say is fit is more important than level. Stop worrying about Division I, Division II, Division III, whatever, and find the school that you best fit in, because you're going to give a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to that coaching staff and to that school, and you want those years, because they're so short, you want those years to be memorable.
Absolutely. Well, there you go. There's your best advice that anybody can give you.
You know, watching you this year, and right next to Thompson there, you're a beast mode yourself.
I appreciate that.
I tell you, you're just to watch your defensive playing is like watching the refrigerator Perry play again.
Yeah, we have a great coaching staff.
We had fun with you this year, too. One time you put a towel inside your pants, and we called it a loincloth.
Yep.
Fair cloth with a loincloth. So we wish you well, man. You're fun to watch.
That's awesome. I really appreciate that.
Some of the plays that you made this year, and all these players that make these plays, they are what make us sound as good as we sound. And you guys have done a great job all year long.
Really
so I wish you well
that,
in your future. We'll follow you and support you however we can.
I see you got an Oregon Ducks shirt on. Hey, if USC calls, take it.
Oh, I agree. Absolutely.
He already played for SC.
Hey, Barron's from UCLA.
Yes. That's Upper Cottonwood, Lower Anderson.
That's right. Oh, the Mayor Anderson is here. You know what? The Mayor of Reading, Brent Weaver, is here too. And somebody told us that he was going to stroll up here.
We have to text him.
Okay, I'll let you handle that.
I believe he's down on the coaching side with the coaching staff down there.
Yeah,
oh, is he?
I think that's him with the backpack on his back right there.
Actually, when I popped in and saw Kirk Ramage a little bit. Now, Brian, you might not know this, but Kirk and I went to school together.
Is that right?
Yeah. So Kirk and I are really good friends, and to see him and reconnect with him again is just a great thing.
Yeah.
Dale Tracy, their development coach, also their JV coach, went to school with him too.
It's awesome to see guys that graduated from this area coming back and giving back to the communities.
Yeah.
I graduated from Enterprise High School and came back and coach in this area. It's a blessing, and it's awesome to be connected to the community in such a great way.
When you can make a difference in a player's, his level of play for one, but how they develop as a man, that is coaching at its finest. And
it is.
We got some good coaches around here. This coaching staff from Shasta High School, they got it going on.
Absolutely.
They got it going on.
Well, and JC learned from his father. He grew up in that environment, and obviously the Hunsacker family has dedicated their lives to coaching and helping men achieve just what you just talked about. So now he's taken that here at Shasta High School, one of the largest high schools in the area, and having great success. And so it's awesome to see.
Another friend of mine who I played with at Anderson in 1980 was your friend Greg Grandel. Hey, Drew, thank you for being part of the broadcast, man. Good luck to you.
Good luck to you.
Drew, good luck.
And Grandel had a lot of nice things to say, and he said he's talked to you a couple of times about maybe going to – I asked – the question was, do you want to coach at a higher level other than high school? And he's pretty much set down there. He's like, father time for West Valley.
Yeah, I for years I thought maybe I'd do something different or whatever thing like that. But, man, it's just such a time commitment with your family, and you're moving out of a great community and things. So you can get a great job coaching in this area. You can impact the community. You're connected, and you can make a living doing it. You're a blessed man.
That looks like, isn't that Rothschein right there in the long hair?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. That is Rothschein. That was their kicker. That was the man with the golden leg. He was the nice kicker, and he...
Hey, number 97.
Number 97, Rothschein.
Hey, number 97. How you doing, brother?
Kendall Rothschein.
Welcome.
Also here showing support to the Wolves.
And there's Alex Long. He actually played it. He was a long snapper at UC Davis this year.
Oh, Alex Long. Wow. Long snapper at UC Davis.
He played for us 2 years ago or last year, and then this year he was a Division I football player.
Wow.
At UC Davis.
There you go.
All right, second half set to begin. Chico will get the ball to start the second half.
And he played for another NorCal guy, Dan Hawkins.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And Dan Hawkins is out of, he coached in this area,
Well,
from this area.
Hunsaker was an all-star at Big Valley High School.
Yep.
I was a Bernie guy.
Kirk Ramage played defense here.
I was the long snapper in my first football game when I was a senior, and I snapped it 15 yards over the guy's head. That was the most embarrassing moment ever.
And I have not let you down since.
Thank you.
On that story. I'm going to run that thing to the grave.
Well, here we go. This, needless to say, this is a big, big series for Chico High School.
Bainbridge is back deep. It's like Johnson back there with him.
So, Coach Hamilton, you got Bainbridge.
Which they're not going to kick to.
And you got Johnson.
Yeah, they'll kick it to Johnson.
They have a game plan.
Johnson
Stay away from
after
three.
20.
Go ahead,
He's out
Aaron.
to 25. Out to the 30. Still on his feet. Up to almost the 35-yard line.
Beautiful
That's a
job.
pretty good run back.
Awesome job.
Not too bad. They'll bring it out, start it right at about the 35-yard line, and the Chico Panthers have got to put some things together.
You know, I've never attended the Anderson lighting and stuff, so I'm thinking about making
Looking
a trip
forward to
down
that
there at
tomorrow
4
night.
o'clock. Well,
I hope to see you guys there.
We kind of got ourselves a new Christmas present early, and we bought a 65-inch screen TV. I got to hook that up first.
Well, you have all day. It doesn't start till 4.
Yes, I do.
I got to hook up with my wife. All right, they'll hand off right up the middle. Samuels. Brought down by Levi Quintana.
Uh-oh.
And Samuels getting up a little slow.
Ooh, it looks like he rolled back on his ankle. Could be.
They help him up.
He's going to walk it off. Or he's just a big guy and he needs help up. No, it looks like he's going to come off for a play.
It's usually customary to bring him out for at least one play.
Oh, perfect, Gary.
What do you want, your tea?
Yep.
Peach tea?
Peace tea.
Peace tea?
Can't we all just get along?
So first and 10 from the 46.
Brian, water. Handoff up the middle.
A couple of positive plays to start the second half.
A gain of
close
3.
to midfield.
Yeah.
I have not seen any fire in that Chico
Yeah,
team.
no electricity so far.
Nothing.
And they need something to happen to ignite that.
They need to go back and get some of Gary's chili. That's what they need to do.
And I'm getting hungry. I think I might have to go back there and get some of that
Please
Gary's
do.
chili.
It took me 48 hours to make it. They'll hand it off up the middle to Johnson, and he's going down right away. No gain. They may have lost a couple.
And that's Shea Benolos.
Yeah, Shea Benuelos. He's been really silent the last couple of games.
Well,
for
he
Shasta.
was hurt most of the season. He was out. I mean, they have Peterson back in the lineup. They have Benuelos back in the lineup. That's just two positives right there for Shasta.
So the mayor of Reading, Brent Weaver, said he'll be up here about the middle of the third quarter.
Okay.
Oh, fantastic.
Yep.
So we're going to have mayor and a mayor. A mayor and a mayor and a head coach. All right. Offensive coordinator coach. Coach.
All right, here we go with a delayed count.
I'll start.
I've got to tell you, I've really enjoyed Brent being the mayor this year. It's the first time that both mayors we've gotten together about every 4 to 5 weeks to go over policies for both Anderson and Reading.
That's awesome. You got to unite.
Yeah,
that's awesome. I remember there used to be a mayor for Reading, Enterprise, and Anderson.
Oh, was there?
Oh, yeah. Years ago. Then Reading and Enterprise merged and became just Reading.
Been a lot of changes over the years. Way back when, Brian, you remember Nova High School? They had 3
Oh, I
different-
went there.
Yeah, which color were you?
Purple.
Dan? What color?
White.
Purple, white.
And Ramage was gold.
Actually, I say purple. One second here after this play.
Okay, deep pass. Thomas
Just gonna
throws it over the head of Bainbridge. Not catchable, incomplete.
Almost caught by Mike Daly.
I actually misspoke. When I went to Nova, it was the first year that they did not have sports. Really? And so for 1 year, they had a hiatus in sports, and they moved. They bussed a few of us that made the junior the JV teams to our high school. So I actually had to bus the Enterprise to play athletics because Nova for that year did not have athletics.
Wow.
That would have been 1984.
Come a long way. And I was at Anderson before West Valley even existed. Here comes the punt right now. High
Beautiful
punt.
kick.
Wow. That'll take a bounce. And Gibson will do the smart thing and just stay away from it.
Boy.
Chico Panthers preying on that football, letting it roll all the way down. Every inch will take it. 11-yard line is where it stops.
Talk about some hang time on that one.
That was a big kick.
Chico needed to have a little more success on that drive. They needed to have some points on
Absolutely,
that board.
Coach.
I thought they'd at least come out of the gate and, drive the ball down and put some points on the board.
Had a couple nice runs to start that half, and then missed a pass, and things just don't seem to be clicking. And a lot of the credit has to go to Shasta's defense.
Absolutely. Look at them. Look at they're all hustling out on that field. They got life. Well, they probably needed life right there. Chico is already up on the ball. Here we go. Garcia, he'll take that snap, and it'll be at the Seth Park show around the right-hand side. He'll get across the 20. Only one guy to beat. And they bring him down at the 40. A couple of flags down on the play.
He ran into his own man, which was Ryan Puckett.
Running into your own man worked out great for Mike Kenneo Jr.
Oh, yeah, it did.
It's coming back.
Oh, holding.
So if this game, I know it's early in the second half, but if this game plays out the way it looks like it's going to play out, is there any word on where Shasta will play next?
There's all kinds of speculation on that. We thought that they would go to a championship after this, but I think they have to go one more level before they get to that championship game.
I think that they'll
So
have
do
to
they play
Sutter.
Sutter?
They might play Sutter.
Yeah.
Boy, there's a game. Sutter,
Shasta and Sutter.
I thought they were different divisions, though, in the state.
They are different divisions, but they have to get that extra level before they go.
And that would most likely be a game at Sac State, December 15th or 16th. Mosby, the ball carrier, left-hand side.
Oh, it would.
Yeah.
It would go to Sac State.
I believe it's at Sac State on the 15th and 16th. There's 2 games on each of those days.
So they'll play Sutter first before they go December 15th?
I don't think that's. I think there's still. Isn't it still up in the air depending on who wins and kind of what's going on?
It is. The CIF has a meeting.
There's
my
Vinny.
goodness. Look at that. Vinny Smith with a big run. Still going up to the 30 and a first down.
I think Walker, he got drug about 5 yards there, holding on to Vinny's shirt.
Vinny's got to be approaching probably the century mark in yards. I'm just kind of guessing
Well, he's
here.
got like 1,577 this year.
No, I mean this game has got to be close to 100. Got to be close to 100.
Oh, yeah, he's
so
got to be
far.
close to 100. He is actually 1,799 yards. That's in 9 games. That is.
Kid's amazing. Fun to watch. Showed up here last week with a set of cornrows. I said, don't let that twist your... Here comes Seth Park around the right-hand side. Nice move by Seth. Cuts inside, finds a hole, takes it across midfield. Another first down for the Wolves.
Yeah, Gary sat on it. He's like, hey, my headphones aren't working. So we lost the connector. And I think it's right here. I got it.
Sorry about that,
Don't worry,
fellas.
Coach. We'll get you all hooked up again. How be that?
Perfect.
Mosby in motion, and Garcia's going to throw the ball all the way downfield. And Seth Park got turned around and just couldn't make it happen.
He needs to look at a playbook out of Dave Casper's.
I only like Dave Casper when didn't he got traded to the Oilers, right? At the end of his
Yes, he
career.
did.
Yeah.
I was an Oiler fan.
Ah.
Not a Raider fan back then.
Was that the Earl Campbell days?
Yeah. Yep.
And Stabler too.
Yep. Stabler got traded there.
There goes Vinny.
Vinny, just man, he sure looks like he enjoys running the football, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
He has a lot of fun running people over.
He just likes to touch the ball. It's like 3rd and 3 for the Wolves.
Garcia will hand it off to Vinny. Fake it to Vinny. Actually, Seth Park will get the ball.
Going to be really close to a first down. Pins on the spot. Fourth down again.
Wow. Well, they've had great success with
Fourth
fourth
down
downs all
about
night.
4 inches.
Yeah, I think the odds are good they'll pick this one up. The only one they missed was that 4th and 16.
Are they going to call for a measurement, or?
Looks like they are going to call for a measurement.
Oh, there's a timeout on the field. They're going to call for a measurement real quick.
I think we'll just stay here and watch it happen.
Yeah, why not? And here comes the chain gang making their first appearance tonight.
I find it funny with how technology changes. The one thing in football that has not changed over the years is the chain gang and how they measure.
Gary, I think next year we need to get one of those like imaginary yellow lines that shows where the first down is.
That'd be cool. Crowd patiently waiting.
Fourth down?
Fourth down and about 2 inches.
2 inches.
All right.
Let's make sure the laces are out.
So who do you think's gonna get the ball here? Big number 8.
You know what? I gotta say that I'm thinking if Garcia comes up over center, I think he'll just keep it and fall forward.
I think they'll send Kelsall around the other side.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I haven't given him the ball as half. JC likes to.
Look at that. That's going to be a quarterback sneak or a handoff to Vinny. No, you guys are right on the money with that.
Oh, Mosby, though. That was Mosby.
Yeah. That was nice trickery. They had everybody. They were showing a quarterback sneak. Mosby came in motion. They handed off to him. Easy money. First down. 7:30 left to play. Third period. Shasta leads 27-0.
Would this be the first father-son tandem to win a section title with Central Valley, with the father? And
I think so.
I believe it would. And Benny Smith on the carry up the center.
And the son at Shasta. I've been around a long time. I can't remember anybody in this area that would have a father-son section title winners in the section.
It's a pretty cool thing.
Could be seeing history tonight.
Second down, 4 yards to go. Ian Garcia has command of this ball club. They'll give it to Vinny over the right-hand side. Vinny's got some good yardage. Looks like that should be good for another first down close to the 20.
That kid never steps out of bounds, too. He will go for that extra yard.
Yeah, I don't like it when guys step out of bounds. Put your head down.
It's the best defender on the field that never misses.
Yep.
There's a big play coming up. I can feel it. I'll let you guys call it. I'm going to videotape this play.
Okay, and it looks like it's a fake, and it's an end
around.
Kelsall.
Kelsall for about 6 yards off the left side.
He's spinning and taking about 4 defenders with him.
A couple of Panthers getting up real slow. One of the defensive linemen.
71, 60, and 22, all on the stop.
Ben Allen, a big dude. He's a junior.
That's an end around with Seth Park.
Man, he has a great feel for that play. He's patient, and then he dips inside. You don't always have to hit a home run there. You get 4, 5, 6 yards, and this case 7 yards. He does a great job running that ball.
First and 10 from the 8. 7.
From the 7-yard. That's actually going to be first and goal now for Shasta.
Wow.
With 6:17 left in the third quarter. 27-0. And flags fly.
Oh, that's going to move Shasta even closer to the goal line.
I see Vinny going right up the center for another touchdown.
I think it's going to be Kelsall.
Kind of nice for JC. I think he has about 3 or 4 options that'll probably get it done.
Yeah. Oh, and Seth Park around the end around. And there goes the cannon.
Seth's having a big night tonight. What's that? His second or third touchdown?
That's got to be at least his second. No, but
I think it's 2.
I think it's 2 also.
I got to remember to video that cannon. I want that on video. Keep forgetting.
Well, there's a good chance it's going to go off again.
I think so.
Not to
33-0. Third quarter, 5:59 left to play. Extra point coming up. And that will be up. Kind of a knuckleball, but it's good. And that'll be 34-0. 5:59 left to play, and we've got another kickoff coming up right after this.
You're listening to Shasta Wolves Varsity Football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
This is my team. Who to play, who to bench, who to trade. I am killing in my fantasy football league.
Every Friday is Fantasy Football Fridays on XS Sports 96.1 FM. Every Friday, load up on information to help make your fantasy football team the most feared in the league. Catch the Fantasy Football Report every Friday at 10:20, 12:20, 4:20, and 6:20. Fantasy Football Fridays on XS Sports 96.1 FM.
Hi, sports fans. I'm Rick Healy from today's Country Q97, and this is the Division II High School Section Championship game on XS Sports.
Nice job, Mr. Healy. 5:59 left to play in the third. We're here at Thompson Field. Baron Browning and Sphurion bringing us the football game here tonight. Coach Brian Hamilton from Shasta College here with us, and it's been a lot of fun.
Sutter 41, Anderson 0.
Oh, ouch. Somebody's going to get a talking to on that Anderson team. Third quarter?
Third quarter.
Third quarter. They already got a talking to.
You know, teams are good. Chico's got a great football club. They have had a great year, and it's just they're having an off night. Yep. That's going to go to Johnson. Go ahead, Baron. Oh, my goodness. Oh. There was a collision.
He got out to the 30.
I think I saw a guy bounce off of him.
Petrie on the hit, the initial hit. That or number 88.
Whoever took that hit is going to be really sore on bowling night.
that was James Weaver.
Oh,
all right.
The mayor's son, and Mayor Weaver is going to be coming up and joining us here in just a little bit. He said in between the third and fourth quarter, sometime around there. Be nice to have him.
He might be holding up numbers in front of his kid, though, right now.
Oh, nice move by Samuel.
Oh.
Gang tackle will bring him down after a short gain.
There's that hole that opens up just for a split second and then closes.
Samuel does a nice job of his patient runner. He's got good balance.
Yes. A lot like Justin Hillier.
Yeah, Justin, another Shasta High School graduate. Obviously a great kid to coach. Just a warrior. One of the best running backs I've coached in my career.
He just does not give up. Oh.
He does everything well, too. He catches the ball in the backfield. He pass pros very well, picks up the blitzes.
That's going to be Joaquin Torres with the encroachment, I think, unless – yeah.
I'm sure Justin and the rest of the Shasta guys, the alumni, are excited to see their school win a section title.
That was awesome. Okay, 5:21 left to play, third period.
I'm looking around. I'm looking for Jake Mangus. I'm looking for Mike Mangus, both alumni.
Thomas complete over the middle. Nice play, reception, nice job, and good concentration right there. Rhea Childs with the reception and a first down.
Rhea Childs, one of their top leading receivers. Kirk Gibson on the stop for Shasta.
Rhea Childs, R-E-A Childs. I get all excited and I'll call him Ray Charles. There we go. Samuels in the backfield, a host of receivers. One man in motion. Samuels is going to get the ball right up the middle in a big hole, and he's headed for the end zone. One guy can catch him, and they're not going to do it. That's going to be a touchdown, Chico.
Finally getting the points on the board.
They needed that.
I see them going for 2-point conversion, too.
That was a very nice run. A couple of nice plays. Got the nice pass to set that play up, and then come back with the inside run. Samuels sprained his ankle a little earlier, and I thought maybe he didn't have the speed to get into the end zone there, but he really cranked it up there the last 10 yards and got in the end zone for a much-needed touchdown by Chico High School.
When you watch him run, he just looks like he's in slow motion, but he does the job really well and gets it done.
Yeah, he's really in control when he runs.
I mean, that play went right up the middle. Extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. And now we've got a 34-7 score with 4:47 left to play in the third. Stay with us. Kickoff coming right up.
You're listening to Shasta Wolves Varsity Football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
If you are looking for a job, you'll love Spirion. We match great talent to great opportunities. Our staff specializes in placing a wide range of employment areas, including clerical, secretarial, technical, light industrial, and word processing, temp to hire, and direct hire. Find a job you'll love. Contact Spirion today.
Hi, this is Vanessa from Enterprise Rental Car, and you are listening to Shasta Sports Network.
Good football game here at Thompson Field. 4:47 left to play in the third. Chico on the board. That's got to boost their morale a little bit. Brian, wouldn't you think?
Absolutely. They needed something positive to happen. They can't look at the scoreboard right now. They just have to keep, trying to make positive things happen.
It's good to see Chico get some points on the board.
Give their fans something to cheer about.
Yep, give the fans something to cheer about. They don't have that goose egg they have to live with now.
Watch for the onside kick, fellas.
That could very well be, and it doesn't look like they got their for sure hands up front.
Anytime you got a lineman involved, the hands are not sure. Here comes the kick, the boot. They do try to do the onside kick. And look at that! Oh! Right now he picks it up and he's on the run. And that is Joanne Woods, and he takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Shasta.
There is an onside kick that just came back and bit ya.
I don't think I've ever seen an onside kick bounce that way.
That could not have worked out better for Shasta. Almost like they kicked it right to him. He could touch it before it went 10 yards, so Chico couldn't.
Yep.
He went about 8 yards when he picked it up, and he caught it right in stride, and might have been the easiest touchdown of the night.
Wow.
You know things are going your way at that point.
Oh, yeah. That means that the ball is bouncing in the right spot.
The cannon's getting ready to go. Oh, it already went.
It already went. I missed it again. Well, I never would have thought that they would get that. Extra point coming up right now. Here comes the snap. Garcia to hold. He places it down there perfectly. Kick goes up and through, and that is good. And now we've got a 41-7 score with 4:41 left. We've got another kickoff coming right up after this.
You're listening to Shasta Wolves Varsity Football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
San Jose Sharks Hockey on XS Sports is sponsored by Emerald Kingdom Greenhouse.
Alex LeBanc again. In front, tap in, they score!
Visit emeraldkingdomgreenhouse.com to learn more about fully automated greenhouses.
The power play goal for Tomas Hurdle, and the Sharks take the lead.
Catch every Sharks game right here on XS Sports 96.1 FM.
Hi, this is Roger Craig, three-time Super Bowl champion, and you're listening to Shasta Sports Network.
Welcome back to Thompson Field, 41-7 the score. Mayor Weaver joins us. Thank you for coming up. I know you're busy down there.
Yeah, good evening, boys. It's a great night to be, a Shasta alumni, or if you're in purple tonight. Yeah, it's really been a good game so far.
We like to throw scenarios out there from time to time. If you were the coach of the Chico Panthers, what is it that you would say to them right now just to get some momentum difference?
You know, they've actually had some receivers open tonight. I think if, I think just maybe a little more composure there in the pocket. I think they could connect definitely downfield some of those crossing routes, but certainly things have been going Shasta's way tonight. The defense has been playing really strong, bottling up some of those run plays, and good team effort tonight.
We got a little bit of time just before the kickoff, just a few seconds. Tell us something good about what's going on in the city of Reading.
You know what's happening in the city of Reading is I think the excitement around we can do things. Even though, there's budget and financial pressures at every level of government today, we're starting to see some exciting things happen with public-private partnerships. Just in the last week, we opened up the Junior Caldwell Bike Park, and it's been really fun to see. And here we go, pretty good return for Chico there.
They'll bring it out to the 32. Sorry about that, missing that play, but we just wanted to know what's going on in Reading. You're doing some really good work in the community. You and Barron collaborate a lot, and that's really wonderful. So we wanted to make sure that we at least tipped our hat to you and said thanks for the job.
I appreciate you doing that. I'll tell you, serving this last year as the mayor of Reading's been great in my hometown, but it's been also great to get to have friends like Mayor Browning and Anderson and work together with him and, doing it together.
That's awesome. And Gary, I owe a lot to this guy. If it wasn't for Brent right here, Mayor Weaver, I wouldn't have the fountain downtown named after my dad.
That is a pretty cool story.
Samuels has got an opening, and he is headed downfield. 30, 25, 20, one guy to beat, and he's going to make it all the way to the end zone, and there's not a flag on the field.
Two right there. I'll tell you what, for all night long, nothing going on, and then the last 2 times they handed the guy the ball, he's made it look easy.
Well, we've been talking about it since the beginning of the game. If they give it to Samuels, he's going to break it. And again, that's his 4th play this year over 50.
Big run. He had 2 of those plays, one for 50 and one for 54 in their win last week.
Yep.
And he was the man right there, and he's done it here again tonight. That'll make it 41-13. Extra point is setting up right now.
And they may win and think about that onside kick. They may not try that again.
That was deflating. I was going to ask you, Coach, how does that feel after you just scored a touchdown and for them to come back and run it all the way back?
Yeah, that's just disheartening. It really is.
Oh, that is blocked.
Wow. So again, Coach, every time they get some momentum, Shasta has knocked them down.
Did that look like he jumped over the – you're not able to hurl a center. Looked like he was 10 feet in the air.
Did you get it on video, Gary?
No, I missed that. I've missed the cannon every time tonight. I've only had like 9 chances to get the cannon.
Well, Mayor Weaver, how does it feel to have your son pulled up from JV and now playing in a championship game?
It's fantastic. I'll tell you, tonight I have a lot of feelings. One is an alumni. I played here myself from 1990 to 1993. Now I'm back as a coach and had an opportunity to coach my son on the JV team, and they pulled him up for varsity, and it's just been a wonderful family experience. And the job, I can't say enough good things about what the Hunsikers are doing here, really creating a environment and a culture of family and doing things the right way. And it's been absolutely fun to watch my son out there.
I've never seen him play football, but I did get an opportunity to watch him play in several basketball games last year. That kid's got some skill, talent, skill, speed. He's just got it. He's an athlete.
Well, you're nice to say that.
You get that from his dad or his mom?
Definitely his mom.
All right,
definitely his mom.
He's living.
You can tell I'm in politics.
That was a great comment.
Okay, so back deep to receive is Kurt Gibson, number 11. Brent, if he gets the ball, you get the call.
You got it.
And I'm sure can't see the number, but I think that's Carrillo on the opposite side. Barron,
leave that to Coach.
Leave that to Coach.
All right.
Coach will get it.
You got the opposite guy down there, Marino Carrillo. Somehow, I don't think there's going to be they try it again, and it doesn't even go 10 yards.
Doesn't look like it went 10 yards, but somebody touched it.
Chico's going to get that because it touched.
Yep, that's going to be a flag. Wow, that thing went halfway across the field.
Got a big scrum down there.
I think there was a late hit on Shasta.
It didn't go 10 yards, but it touched a Shasta player before, and then that means it's
correct.
It's live. All right, so they're having a little seance down there at the midfield, and we'll get the call here in just a second. I think you guys might be right, a late hit.
They're just trying to find out what to buy.
And if it is a late hit, that's going to give them very good field position.
Personal foul, 77.
Yep.
It's on Beltrain.
Wow, Beltrain.
So they're going to attack on 15 on top of that, putting them over midfield.
Well, I tell you what, there's a little momentum building for Chico right now, and that's what you're worried about. You don't want to let them back into the game.
All year long, the lowest scoring for Shasta has always been the third quarter, and then they just put it away in the fourth.
Yep. All right, well, hey, gentlemen, thanks a lot for inviting me up here. I'm going to get back down to the sideline.
Brent,
always a pleasure.
Great seeing you.
Thank you, Mayor Brown.
And again, thank you
so much, man.
Thank you for the help that you did with my dad. I appreciate that.
All right, guys.
All right, Mayor Redding.
We had
Brent
a mayor
Weaver,
and a mayor.
Mayor of Anderson, Barron Browning.
What's the big drive here for Chico? Probably get a heavy dose of Samuels, huh?
I would think so. I mean, he's broken up 2 big ones. They'll put the ball in his hands right there. That hole does not open up this time. They'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
I do believe that's the first time we've had 2 mayors in our booth together.
It is. Second down and 8. I love crowd noise, man. Love it.
Brent is a good guy, and he's done a good job of turning the momentum for the city of Reading around. So it's been fun to watch this year.
You guys keep that going. And
We will.
Anderson, Reading. Handoff up the middle. Samuels
breaks to the right. He might. That's another 15-yard gain there. The kid is got a rhythm now on offense.
Levi Quintana on the stop. Dragging him down.
Where was this in the first half?
That's right.
Ball down at the 27-yard line.
Get the crowd getting into it now. Our photographers, Tony Horde down on the sidelines, and also Mike Daly. Mike Daly averages about 2,318 pictures per game.
He's at everything. It's awesome. He takes great photos.
He's a good man. And they throw a swing
Oh,
pass.
no, get it.
Oh, look at that. And he's got a break. Picks it up. He may have stepped out of bounds.
Wow.
He did at the 22.
So that's going to go as a lateral or a backwards
pass.
pass.
Backwards pass. You have to get that.
Then that becomes a run play. And he picked it up on the bounce and almost took it to the end zone.
Man, the bounces are falling in their favor tonight.
We've seen some interesting stuff here the last 10 minutes.
And
I've seen every scenario with an onside kick, but never have I seen a guy grab it at the front line and take it all the way. That was new.
Chico has a little momentum. We'll see if they can capitalize on it.
Chico moving from our right to our left. They've got the ball at the 22-yard line of the Wolves.
Looks like they're going man-to-man.
Ty
Yep,
Thomas
they got
now.
one-on-one coverage on the edges. Looks like
He's
they're going to
looking
go
to
for
throw
it.
Right over the middle, and
it's going to be a touchdown. Oh, the 1-yard line.
Wow.
It's a heck of a throw and catch. They had one-on-one coverage and man with no safety help trying to load the box up to stop Samuels. Quarterback hit wide receiver from Chico and a nice slant down to the 1-yard line.
Childs got hit hard on that play too and hung onto the ball. Couldn't quite keep his balance, did a face plant, or else he would have went right over the line.
Looks like Levi Quintana is limping a little bit there, trying to walk it off.
Getting up slow. They'll hand that off to Samuels, and he'll crush over the goal line. Touchdown, Chico.
Wow.
Well, just like that, it's a 3-score game.
How about that?
And looks like they're going to go for the extra point, or they're going to go for 2.
Wow.
They're going to try to kick the extra point. And just like that.
Bam, bam, bam. We got ourselves a football game here, gentlemen. 2:46 left to play, third period. Shasta leads 41-19. That will be 20 if they make their extra point right now. Kick is up, and it is good.
Flag.
And
This time they threw the penalty for him leaping over. Last time they let him do it. And this time it looks like, they he may have contacted the center and leaping over the center. I was surprised that wasn't called on the last block. They must have talked about that, maybe the officials, and said, well, if he does it again, we'll flag it. He did it again.
I mean, you can do that. You just can't do it too early. Is that what
You can't. It's contact the center and jump over the center. The center has to be free to be able to snap the ball without injury.
That's going to be on Corbin.
Hey, he's anxious. He's anxious, that boy. 41-20.
2:46 left. We'll take a quick break and
have a kickoff for you coming up right after this.
You're listening to Shasta Wolves Varsity Football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
This is KKXS Shingletown Reading, your home for entertaining sports talk and award-winning play-by-play. If you're looking for a game, it's on XS Sports 96.1 FM.
This is TJ Holmes with the Reading Visitors Bureau and Visit Reading. You're listening to the Shasta Sports Network.
All right, and we are back. TJ Holmes, thank you very much.
So what do you think here? You think you go for another onside kick, or you go ahead and let your defense play, pin them back?
You know what? I would go for the onside kick because you have to. You got the extra yardage now because of the penalty.
Yes.
So you might as well. If they get the ball, then they got the for sure hands up front now.
I'd agree with that.
And they haven't really stopped them on defense all night long.
That's true. And you figure the worst case scenario, unless something crazy happens like we've already seen tonight, you're going to get the ball at the 35-yard line.
That's true.
Correct.
So that's not too bad.
It is that time, isn't it?
Yeah. Which one do you want?
Well,
let's see who's how. Let's check everybody's behavior tonight.
Spunky.
Spunky, Krabby, and Troublemaker. We'll give that one to you, Brian.
Oh, man. Wouldn't be the first time everybody said I was a troublemaker. That's for sure.
So I'm the Krabby guy.
Well, that's a big play here.
Yep.
There we
They're
go.
showing onside kick, and the ball falls right off of the tee. Anticipation.
I've never seen a kicker more upset about it. It's all in that bounce.
Oh, he's close, too. Now they're going to kick it off, and that looks like Mosby's going to get it.
And he bobbles it.
And then he'll fall on it at the 11-yard line.
Oh, Mosby.
Not a good time to be breaking down. Yeah.
Oh, with that Snickers there, huh?
Chico Panthers have put together several excellent plays, and they're back on the board. 20 points on the board, 246.
So I don't know if you saw that, but Muckle laid a kid out and then went over and helped him up.
Nice.
I did see that.
That was great.
Once again, Chico's not covering that slot receiver.
Seth Park runs around the right side. Game picks up about 5 out to the 16-yard line.
And I see Shasta just running the ball, chewing up the clock. Let's eat some time off. They're making a comeback. Let's slow the momentum down.
Absolutely. You don't need points here. You just need to eat clock and flip the field position.
That's true.
Up the middle, Vinny Smith, and Vinny's on the
run.
Wow. And they caught up to him, but he gets away from him, and they finally bring him down to the 26-yard line.
Now he's definitely over 100 yards.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Our ladies are bringing us.
No, one's for
the chili.
One's for Brian, and the other.
There you go, Brian. And one is for Mayor Baron Browning. I think we're good right now. Yeah, we're talking. So you guys
What a run by
enjoy.
Vinny Smith. About
there you go.
43-yard carry.
That's classic Vinny Smith, and here comes the end around with Seth Park, and he's halted and stopped right away. He may have lost a yard on the
There's
play.
a flag, too. It's going to be face mask. That is going to be a face mask. Looked like he grabbed a hold of the face mask.
We'll go right down in front of us. They're working on Levi Quintana. Looks like that might be cramping up. Yep. Good call, Dan. Good call, man.
Personal foul, face mask on Chico. After distance to goal, result of the play is a first down.
Wow. Shasta's got some good ball position right now.
Vinny Smith up the. Yeah, and he's in for the score. Look at that, Vinny Smith. Nice job, Vinny Smith. That's what Shasta needed. Something to come back
Gary, you
on.
missed the cannon again.
I'm so focused on the touchdown, you know. Goodness gracious.
Man, I'll tell you what, you lose momentum and you gain it back that fast by handing it off to the one of your superstars on plays that you can execute.
They're going for 2 on this one too.
Yep.
The end around Seth Park.
Easy money. Seth Park. That's 2 more.
49-20 now.
Holy Toledo. 154 left to play in the third. We got a good football game going on here. Another kickoff coming up right after this.
You're listening to Shasta Wolves Varsity Football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
Boundary Water Screen Printing's Kyle the Surf Ninja on location in Oahu to surf the big daddy of all waves, the beautifully dangerous pipeline. I gotta cut this short. Huge wave is rolling in. Best job ever. Surf Ninja out.
Hi, this is Trina Hughes from Trina's Women's Boot Camp and Fitness. You're listening to the Shasta Sports Network. Now drop and give me 20.
Thank you very much, Trina. 1:54 here. Left to play in the third period. 49-20, Shasta leads, but man, Chico's got some momentum. They have got some momentum.
Well, let's see if that score that by the Wolves there slowed a little bit of that momentum down, or is it got Chico even more fired up?
I don't know if it would be the right thing to do, but I would do an onside kick myself right now. They're not expecting that.
That's the thing that Chico couldn't afford right there, though. They had him, back at the 12-yard line, 13-yard line after the kickoff, and 5 plays later, Shasta rumbles into the end zone on big plays by Vinny.
Bainbridge is back deep on the far side, and Johnson's on the near side to us.
Coach, you got Johnson. You got Bainbridge.
On the far side?
Yep.
Okay.
You got Johnson. Bygone Johnson.
Well, it's going to be Johnson because they don't kick to Bainbridge.
Oh, they do a little squib kick, and they blow a whistle on the play, flag down.
It's going to be offsides.
And then you guys have the field?
we got the rest of the field.
Okay.
Yeah. Offsides against Shasta. They'll back them up 5 yards and re-kick it.
Oh, they'll really boot it now.
I'm really impressed with Lindsey's leg.
He's really good. That kid can kick.
Interesting story. When I first started coaching here as the head JV coach at Foothill High School back in 92, 93, I coached Troy Lyon's father.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes, he was on one of my first teams.
That's awesome.
Interesting.
That's awesome.
Hate to admit I'm that old, but that's truth.
Well, 84, when you were in Nova, I already graduated high school, so.
Okay, well, I feel better.
I knew that would make you feel better. All right.
Look at that kicker. He marks off his paces. Now he'll stop, military style, turn right, take 1, 2, 3 paces. I like that.
Not sure it's that complicated, though, but.
It's not.
Just kidding.
Here comes the boot right now, and they'll kick it all the way down, and Johnson will get that.
Johnson's going to take it to the right side up the left hash for about a gain of 2, and he's met with a big hit by number 18 for Shasta Wolves.
Wow.
Really nice job there by number 18, breaking down and delivering a.
Knocked him down in his tracks, just like that. Big hit.
And we don't have a number 18.
We don't have.
I got one in the program here. Says his name is Famous Armstrong.
Famous Armstrong, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that is a tremendous name right there.
Keep hitting like that, and you'll earn that name.
It's the second best name I've heard in football in a while. The first was Handsome Smith.
Handsome, right? Yeah.
Handsome Smith.
We had a fun time with that guy that
You
night.
name your kid Handsome, and everybody has to say he's handsome, regardless.
Back to pass. They're throwing it deep right over the middle. He's got a completion right there, and that is Samuels.
That's going to be called back for illegal man downfield.
Yep, illegal man downfield. I was just going to call that.
How far downfield does the guy have to go? What's the barrier?
What's the real rule or the actual, like, what they'll call?
What's I want to know the real rule.
3 yards.
Oh, really?
3 yards down.
Man, everybody's got to stay home. 3 yards. I mean, and you just get
but
caught
they'll give you about 7 sometimes, depending on that play. Looked like he was about 4 or 5 yards downfield.
Oh, that'll back up. Yep, good call, Brian.
They give him that 5 yard kind of cushion.
Yeah, it's about 5. That's why I say that every official will call it differently. You look on game film, you look back, and you'll see some guy, especially on the RPOs, where he thinks it's a run. He's blocking 7 yards, 8 yards downfield, and the guy's throwing the ball, and they don't call it.
It's 5 yards, so the first and 15.
I see you getting Mike Daly down there on his knees.
I am.
The fastest sprinting guy on his knees. Do the 50-yard dash in 2.2 seconds.
He's got a camera strapped around his shoulder that you got to have NASA clearance to run it right up the middle, right-hand side.
Samuel's on the right side.
Samuel's still going.
Samuels must have close to 100 yards this half.
Easily.
In
just
this
in
half.
those 2 plays.
Just those 2 plays, he went for like 60 and then another probably 50 yards. He's got to have over 100. Kelsall slowing him down there. And the clock continues to run. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. 49-20, favor of the Wolves.
Chico has one-on-one coverage down here. No safety. Look at that. Everybody's in the box trying to stop the run now.
Yeah, Marino Carrillo is on that. They run it right up the middle. And that's for little or no gain.
It's kind of interesting. You get one-on-one coverage, no safety. You're down 29, and there's 10 guys in the box within 5 yards,
right?
And then you just bang it up inside against. I mean, I'm not trying to be critical of play callers because Lord knows I've called many bad plays in my career, but you would think you're down 29 that you got to take a shot. Like, look down here again. You have 22 playing one-on-one coverage for the Wolves.
They're going to let the clock just
and
run
everybody
out.
else in the box.
No, they're going to get the snap off.
Quarterback pitch, right-hand side. Samuels has the ball. He'll run it out of bounds.
That'll be it.
A short gain right there, and that'll be the end of the third period. I don't see any penalty flags on the play.
Lions sure played that well.
And you know, Coach, Thomas has a huge arm.
Yes. I just think at some point in time you got to, I always say it's a pretty simple game in the sense of offense is trying to create space, defense is trying to take space away. And if you got 10 guys within a 12-yard box and one out there with the 30-yard, that seems to me where the space would be.
And you're down by 30.
29. You got to take a shot. I think. I mean, I'm not trying to be critical. I'm just observing the game as a fan right now, thinking that you might want to at least take a shot one-on-one coverage with no safety help.
You betcha. All right, so we are now entering the fourth quarter. We'll just stay here, Dan. We don't need to take a break.
No problem.
Okay, it's Sutter 55, Anderson 0 with 7 minutes left in the game.
Wow.
Well, that Sutter program's been good for a long time. They do
Yes.
such a great job down there of coaching their system up, coaching their kids up. Tremendous football players.
I mean, it seems like they're in the postseason every year.
Yeah, they're just a dominant program and do a great job down there.
All right, so we'll get started with the fourth period here. Shasta leads 49-20. The final 12 minutes.
And it's fourth down and 3 yards to go.
Once again, you got one-on-one up top, press coverage with no over-the-top help. Don't know if they'll take a shot here or not.
Oh, that's a false start right there on Chico. And that false start was on their running back, Samuels. Sometimes you lean forward trying to anticipate the jump, and you just can't back it up, and you move. Okay, so it'll be 4th and 9 now. Long way to go.
You still got to go for it.
Tough defensive stand right here.
Now you got safety back with the 4th and 9. It's still one-on-one coverage, and they're going to try to hit the wheel route over the top. They got him.
There it is.
Wide open.
Wide open.
He's going to go all the way, and that's going to be a touchdown, Chico.
Wow.
Big play.
Holy Toledo.
Well, Coach, they finally listened to you.
Well, I mean, it just, you've got matchups out there with no help over the top, and if you can get time to throw the ball, you can put your best athlete on a slot defender that's trying to, guard the run and the pass.
This is no time to get careless for the Wolves.
And Thomas can throw 60 yards, so you might as well just let him do it.
That was a beautiful play. They ran from their slot receiver who had press coverage. They ran kind of a wheel route concept.
You have to stay on top of your game, and Shasta's going to have to overcome that.
Setting up for the extra point right now. There's the snap placement. Oh, somebody got a hand on it, and that is going to be no good.
There's that momentum killer
that
we've been talking about. Every time something good happens, Shasta comes back the next play and makes it something positive for the Wolves.
All right, 49-26, 11:44 left in this contest. We'll take a quick break and be back with the kickoff in a moment.
You're listening to Shasta Wolves Varsity Football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
Imagine a rent-a-car company that will pick you up right at your door. That's Enterprise. Call us. We'll arrange to come to you, take you back to our office, and you're on your way. Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Hi, it's Dave Tappan from Red 103.1 Redding's Classic Rock. And this is the Division II High School Section Championship game on XS Sports.
Yes, we are back.
Sorry about that.
Dave Tappan.
Boy, Chico is mounting I don't want to call it a full comeback right now, but 49-26. They've scored a bunch of times, and Samuels, they've finally been putting that ball in his hands, and he's making things happen.
Well, and you got to give the coaching staff some credit. They were pretty much down and out at halftime, hadn't scored. Yep. They come out here in in a quarter, really one quarter, put up 26 points. And so they've made some adjustments. Their kids didn't quit. They've come out and played hard, and hey, it's a ball game.
And they got their for sure hands up front there. Not going to fall for the onside kick, I don't think.
I think you got to kick the ball deep here and try to stop them. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to do that tonight, though.
Here comes the kickoff, and they will try the onside kick, and it's up for grabs, and it's a loose ball, and there's a big scrum going on. Looks like Shasta picked it up.
Wow, that was close.
That was.
And Carrillo falls on the ball.
That kicker's got that technique to get that right bounce. You know, he's done really well with that.
Now, did you see, I saw Gibson go up for it, and a defender grabbed him and pulled him back.
And you can do that.
You can do that.
Absolutely.
Isn't that considered holding, grabbing the jersey and pulling them backwards?
No, it's just like a tackle or a block or, well, I mean, I guess if they called him pulling a jersey, but I've never seen that in that situation on an onside kick called.
So Shasta has the ball at the 30-yard line. And there goes Vinny up the middle. He's sidestepping and twisting and turning, and he gets about 13 yards on that carry, maybe 14.
And carried them, 4 of them, an extra 6 yards.
Yeah. That's his.
Vinny's running at a different level right now. His quickness and everything is just at a different level.
It's their signature move.
And I look for Shasta just to run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, eat up as much clock as possible.
See Seth Park in motion, or my prediction. Oh, Mosby, left-hand side. Mosby's got a nice gain.
Gain of 7.
Chico bringing in a couple of big boys, D-line.
Just got to hang on to the ball, though. That is a must.
I think that's the only thing right now that could really put them in peril is turnovers, and they haven't done that all night. So they take care of the football, and I think even if they trade scores, obviously they built themselves a big enough cushion to win the section title.
Gary, I do believe within 3 minutes of this game, you're going to start seeing Kilgore come in and whatnot. There goes Vinny up the middle. He is up and he breaks another tackle, and he's still moving. He's down to the 10-yard line, and he's still going. And he finally brought down about the 9-yard line. Wow.
Vinny Smith.
That was amazing.
All I could see is number 7 trying to strip the ball from Vinny. You can't do that.
Okay, I'll let you gentlemen make this call because I am going to get that cannon if they score.
Okay.
I'm not missing it out.
All right, so Shasta has a 1st and goal at the 9-yard line with
I see
10 minutes.
Seth Park go in motion and right around the right.
It looks to me like he has the right edge, too. They're out flanking Chico. I think if you ran sweep to the right would.
They're going to bring Seth Park probably around to that strong side of going around to the right.
It looks to me like Chico's outnumbered there if they do run the sweep there.
And here comes Seth Park, and they do give it to him around the right side. And he goes around the corner. He gets down to the 5 and out of bounds about the 3-yard line.
Great run. I didn't think he was going to get around that corner there for a second.
Yeah, just what we said. I mean,
he's actually down at the 1-yard line is where they roll him out of bounds.
Seth Park has that speed, and he had the whole field to work with.
Now you're going to want to get the cannon, Gary.
I'm focused right on it.
Okay, so I'm looking at Vinny Smith right up the center.
Yeah, I think you just hand it off to the big man, don't you?
And they're looking at Huntsaker. They're waiting for the call to come in. Actually, looks like Kilgore are sending in the signals. Come on, baby! And here it goes. He's back in the shotgun, and it's Vinny Smith right at the center. And he's in for the touchdown.
Nope. They're going to mark him on the 2-inch line.
Oh, my goodness. Wow. Looked like he got through to me.
Knee probably hit the ground before his arm went over the goal line. They are at the 2-inch line. You guys are not kidding.
Wow.
What a high-scoring football game.
Once again, Chico unable to stop the Wolves from driving the ball down. Unable to stop Vinny Smith. And Seth Park goes in motion, and Vinny gets the ball, and he dives over for the touchdown. And there's the cannon. It is official. It is 55-26. Just under 9 minutes left in the game, and Shasta scores again.
And it only took 2 years, but Gary got the cannon.
I got it.
He finally got it.
There's a lot to focus on up here, gentlemen.
I do believe that's going to be the highlight of the night. You finally got the cannon.
I got the cannon. I'll go home tonight and I'll be all jacked up from this game, and I'll download all this footage and I'll produce a video tonight because it'll be fun. Extra point coming up right now. There's the placement. Kick is up, and it is good, and that'll make it 56-26, 8:59 left to play. Kickoff coming up right after this.
You're listening to Shasta Wolves Varsity Football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
Looking for an immediate career opportunity in Reading? Listen up. Spherion is a recruiting and staffing leader with 20 years of success helping job seekers in our area get connected to rewarding career opportunities. They currently have a variety of job openings, including warehouse laborers, auto body techs, as well as office and administrative positions. If those fit your skills and interests, Spherion would love to talk to you. Learn more about these or other available positions. Call Spherion today at 222-3434. Get connected to a job today. Call Spherion.
Hi, this is Tanya Donahoe from Everyday Fitness, and you're listening to the Shasta Sports Network.
All right, gentlemen.
Everyday Fitness. What a great place to go to work out and just relieve everything.
I'm just sitting here thinking, I caught myself in a little kind of dream for a second there, thinking about Keno, Mike, and Vinny Smith.
Oh, man.
As my backfield next year. Man,
man.
With that would be a couple of unbelievable running backs, wouldn't it?
That would be amazing. What are the rules you have to follow before you can talk to like a high school player?
If they're in our section, if they're in our area, we can talk to them first. Actually, they just opened up California, so we can make contact as far as talking with them first in California.
Nice.
We can't do personal visits if they're outside of our area. So Vinny, we have no problem talking to him, recruiting him for sure.
Deep kick, Bainbridge lets it bounce. He'll pick it up at the 7. He'll get over to the 10, and he's lost his balance, and he's just like flip Gizzy now. Kept his hand, and he runs out of bounds finally at the 12 or the 16-yard line. That was weird. That was just weird.
Talk about dancing.
He did a great job to stay on his feet, though.
He did.
Yeah, he's a heck of an athlete that really hasn't been given the ball much tonight.
Not at all.
Yes. Yeah. I enjoy watching him play. He's an electric player, a good high school athlete. And Shasta's done a good job of really nullifying his presence on the field.
And I do not see Quintana is still on the sidelines. He's talking with the coach.
Got a different running back in there for Chico now.
Yeah, Samuels is out.
Man in motion.
They send it right up the middle. Oh, my God, he runs into a brick wall. Did you see that hit put on by Kelsall?
Actually, I think that brick wall was Lyons.
Lyons was the first one.
Oh, and then Kelsall came in and finished
backed him up. Two-timing those two guys on a little guy like that, that is no way to treat a prom date.
Wow.
Kid had his bell rung pretty good. That is Rafael Orozco in the backfield. They're going to throw the ball this time. Looking deep downfield.
There
he goes. Defense broken up perfectly by Marino Carrillo. Incomplete pass.
Wow, what a defensive play by Carrillo.
I always like to say we need more cowbell, but I'm afraid we don't need any more cowbell here tonight, man. We got enough.
So that was number 17, Kobe Hood. We've not seen him on the receiving before.
Chico's got 3 receivers all stacked up far left-hand side. 1 man in the backfield. And there's the snap, and they're looking to throw. Looking over the middle, and they're got trouble, and he's going to go down all the way down to the 3-yard line.
That was Post Mosby breaking through there and getting in there.
You don't think Tony de Blasio, that's the first time we've said his name all night long. He was involved in that sack. Huge loss.
De Blasio coming in and finishing it off, but Mosby coming off the end there just beat his man right from the start.
And
they actually gave him a break and put it back at the 6.
That's true.
It's going to be 4th down. They got to make it all the way to Shasta College to get a first.
That should about do it, too. About 7:30 left in the 4th quarter.
A late player coming in from the sidelines right there, looking to kick. Kirk Gibson is back to receive the punt. That guy's a good kicker. Now Kirk, he's got plenty of time to pick it up and do something with it. Go get it. He's going to run away from it and just leave it alone. Not a bad idea. Gives him a better opportunity to start working the clock.
Got a 54-yard punt there.
Yeah, good kick. 56. That kick's good.
56-yard punt. Well, 7:11 left in the 4th quarter in a 30-point game. You might start seeing some different guys come into the ball game here to be part of this night and get a chance to get out and take part in this championship game.
And save your players for the next round, right?
That's the thing. It used to be when you were done with the section game, you were done. Now you got to look for that next game, and that's a great point.
And I do believe it looks like Shasta might be facing Sutter. And that's Kelsall on the carry. He gets about 2, maybe 2.5 yards. And what a great job by that offensive line. But you got to give a lot of credit to that defense tonight, keeping them shut out in the first half. That just basically, you know, they started making a run back towards the end of the 3rd quarter.
Chico certainly played a good second half offensively, much better, obviously putting up 26 points, and maybe they're not done, but that first half, they just seemed out of rhythm and out of sync, and you can give a lot of credit to Shasta for that. But
right up the middle, Vinny Smith is at it again, and he's still going strong. They finally get to him about the 25-yard line. Vinny Smith, what a machine.
Boy, he took a play out of Mike Kenyo's playbook, ran into his own guy, and turned around and went the other way.
35-yard run. That was amazing.
Well over 100 yards tonight. Vinny Smith getting it done.
He's had a tremendous evening.
I could see Vinny in the backfield for the Shasta College Knights.
We would sure like that. We'd like to keep our local guys here. And
who would make that contact with him?
Oh, shoot, yeah. We have schools that we recruit and players by position, and we've had a lot of conversations with Vinny, and he knows that we would love him to be a part of our program.
There goes Seth around the
Same with Seth Park. Same with Seth and a lot of these Shasta Wolves, along with a lot of the kids from the other schools as well. You know, we pride ourselves on having a lot of the local guys play at the community college, and we believe in community. And so,
yeah, you had Anderson and West Valley both had good seasons.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have great kids.
Not only that, one of the things that I noticed last year, you guys field a team like 88, 90 players sometimes.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. We do a great job of recruiting and keeping on top of those guys, and when especially the out of area guys that we have to bring in and things. And it's a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun, and it's key to our program is getting great players in.
You guys do a good job at it.
And looks like it's going to be Kelsall. Kelsall is going up the center there. He changes his direction, and he rumbles and bumbles and stumbles and gets all the way down to about the 4-yard line.
Inside the 5, Kelsall.
And he had a great first half.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, it seems like they tried to make it so Chico wasn't keen on Kelsall. Now all of a sudden, good timing to hit him with it.
You know, I talked to Coach Hunsaker at your guys' game, Coach, and I asked him about Kelsall, and he goes, "That kid is special."
Oh yeah, no, we would love him too. He's a next level player that obviously come out and play for us and then move on to a really big school. And I'm sure he's got some things going on. We'll have to wait and see, but we love the way he plays. And
Seth Park, he'll take it into the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown, Shasta.
Take Chico's score and reverse it. 62-26 right now.
My goodness, wow. That's a high-scoring football game. I got 2 cannons on video, gentlemen. I can retire for the night.
I have no idea what the record is for the section title game at this division, but 62's got to probably be somewhere up there close.
That's a total of 88 points combined.
Extra point coming up. I've noticed that scores are a lot higher nowadays. There's the extra point. Kick is just perfect. It's up and it's good. That'll make it 63-26. 4:30 left to play. Kickoff coming up in a moment.
You're listening to Shasta Wolves Varsity Football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
If you're ill or injured, Hilltop Medical Clinic is here to help. From allergies to the flu to minor injuries, Hilltop Medical Clinic has you covered. Hilltop Medical Clinic is open 7 days a week on Hilltop Drive in the Town and Country Shopping Center and open Monday through Saturday on Eureka Way in Reading. No appointment necessary. Just come on in. Hilltop Medical Clinic. They accept and bill most insurance. Learn more at hilltopmedicalclinic.com.
Hi, this is Katie Summers from KRCR TV, and you're listening to the Shasta Sports Network.
KRCR TV. We want to extend all the good luck to Mike Mangus, who finally
Mike Mangus
walked away after 40 years as a broadcaster, sports, and then doing news. Had a chance to chit-chat with him last week, and just what a great guy for this community.
Well, I'll tell you, as a politician, he was very fair. He never blindsided you or did anything weird. It was just a great relationship that he had with the general public and us as civil leaders.
And as a sportscaster, boy, he loved his sports. And to bring up people like Rich Eisen, found him straight out of school, brought him along, kept him from getting fired many, many times. I joined KRCR and had the pleasure of working with Mike Mangus myself, and he is
good kick. That'll go all the way down. Looks like Bainbridge is going to get it at the 8. Take it up across the 15, headed for the 20. Flares out to the left-hand side, and he's got pursuit all over him. He gets around the corner, and he's ran out of bounds near the 30-yard line.
What a great run. Good kickoff return for Chico.
Is this mine, Brian, or yours? Okay. Thanks.
But you'll still see him around in the community. He'll be working for Dignity Health.
That's right, Deacon Mike.
Deacon Mike.
You guys go ahead and handle it. I'm going to capture moments.
It is, well, the clock continues to run. It is 1:55 left in the game.
Yeah, they might not even stop it now.
I think they're just going to keep it rolling, and Chico's got the ball. 1st and 10, ball at the 20-yard line. And it's it's a handoff right at the center. And he's down, brought down by.
I think that was Mosby in there.
Game of 6.
No, Alex Meek, number 41.
That was Alex Meek.
Yeah.
Getting in on the play.
And the running back's number 44.
I see the Gatorade baths getting ready, prepared here for Coach Hunsaker by Lions.
Roscoe.
Well, you can see Hunsaker, and he's got his arms crossed, but he's happy.
Yeah, this is the kind of, you don't mind getting a little cold with one of these baths. It means you're winning big games. But they're getting ready for it over here.
Look, he just
around the center.
Hunsaker just took his hat off. He knows it's coming.
Oh, yeah.
Roscoe again, a gain of 8 on the play.
And we are down to 1 minute left in the game. And it's a first down for Chico.
What a great night for the Shasta Wolves.
You make sure you stay on that
I'm staying right on the Gatorade jug.
There you go.
I'll get it.
We got 2 photographers down there, Tony Horde and Mike Daly, also down there going to get it.
I think every photographer in the house is there.
And
Roscoe gets the ball around the left-hand side.
And he's finally drug out of bounds.
That's going to probably be the last play there. It's on a running clock right now.
All right, here comes the Gatorade jug. They're sneaking up on him. They're sneaking up on him. I can see Hunsaker took his hat off. You can see the big hole in his haircut.
They need to go now.
There it is.
Now's the time.
On their feet.
Get him.
And they dump him there.
Yeah.
And Shasta High School, 10 seconds left. Clock continues to run. They are basically done. And Kirk Ramage gets it now, too. Oh, and there you go. That is the game. The cannon fires. The game is over. Division II champions are the Shasta Wolves.
Well, that's a special feeling when you finally that clock ticks down to 0, and you've worked so hard to get to this moment, and you actually prevail in a game like this. That's pretty awesome.
How about it? It is awesome, and they're going to start shaking each other's hands. Wow.
Happy for JC and for Kurt and the rest of the staff, and certainly those players, because they've worked really hard, and not just this year. This is taking a couple years to build and to get to this point. And wow, it's a
pretty
special
spectacular.
evening.
That's the feeling that Hunsaker told us he had last week. He said, fellas, I think we got a chance of just moving it forward again, and they did. They handily beat them 63-26. We've got the REU post-game show coming up for you in just a couple of moments. Stay with us, and we'll wrap it up.
You're listening to Shasta Wolves Varsity Football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
Where is your happy place? You know, that place where everything feels right, and all the pieces of this crazy puzzle we call life fit. You can't help but smile when you're there. What if your happy place was at work? You have to be there. Might as well love what you're doing, right? At Spherion, we think so. Every year, we help 160,000 people put their skills to work in rewarding careers that keep them happily moving toward their goals. While we enjoy a place of leadership in our industry, we are locally owned and we make staffing personal. Our business is about people and connecting them to jobs that put a sparkle in their eye and a spring in their step. At Spherion, we love what we do. And we think you should too.
This is my team. Who to play, who to bench, who to trade. I am killing it in my fantasy football league.
Every Friday is Fantasy Football Fridays on XS Sports 96.1 FM. Every Friday, load up on information to help make your fantasy football team the most feared in the league. Catch the Fantasy Football Report every Friday at 10:20, 12:20, 4:20, and 6:20. Fantasy Football Fridays on XS Sports 96.1 FM.
Honey, the water isn't working. I'm going to call J&J.
J&J Pumps offers the largest fluid inventory to get your water back on sooner. From water pumps to water filtration and everything in between, J&J Pumps will solve your water problems. J&J also offers 24/7 emergency service. When you have a water problem or question, contact J&J Pumps. Rain, sleet, or snow, J&J will go. Now located at 4952 South Barney in Anderson.
Electric vehicles. We are seeing more of them every day. A new electric car in your driveway makes you eligible for a $1,000 rebate from Reading Electric Utility, REU. Plus, another $500 rebate for your level 2 charger. Did you know that REU's electricity rate for charging is equal to paying $1.08 per gallon of gasoline? Smart, eco-friendly, and super cool. Visit a local dealer today and take one for a spin. Electric vehicle rebates from REU. For information, visit us at REUpower.com or call 339-7200. REU and you, powerful together.
This is head football coach J.C. Hunsaker from Shasta High School, and you're listening to Shasta Sports Network.
There's the man of the hour, J.C. Hunsaker. Wow.
You got to like that football plan he put together. That was a great victory for Shasta. They came out strong. They stayed strong. They stayed within their normal motif in the third period and kind of dwindled a little bit, but they never gave up and they kept pouring it on in the fourth. Final score 63-26. Your REU post-game show. Right now they're doing the awards presentations down on the field, and well-deserved Shasta Wolves. And we don't know, Brian, you asked a good question a little while ago about where it goes from here. And I think the CIF, they have a meeting and they kind of figure it out, and then they make it and have a meeting and just announce it here in a couple of days on what everybody's going to do. I don't know what's going to happen. I would think that we would probably go on to play Sutter.
That would be my guess.
Yeah, that would be my guess too. I mean, you got to get past somebody that's within the conference.
Yeah, I just don't think they're in the same division. I don't know for sure, but
they're not.
So I think Shasta will stay within their division, Sutter will stay within their division, and they'll pair them up with somebody in the Sacramento or Bay Area. That would be my guess.
There is talk about them being paired up with a team out of Oakland.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Now, would that be their state championship game?
No, they would. I think they're going to have to win that game, and then they'll move on to the championship game.
Okay,
that'll be fun.
And depending on their ranking, they could host. We could be.
Yeah,
that would be nice. Here.
I do believe they're ranked like 100, maybe.
It was 93 last week.
93.
It just depends within their division what team that they get paired up with. But with only one loss on the season, they got a good chance of maybe hosting that game. That would be pretty awesome for our community to have them have a game like that back up here.
It would be. It would.
We'll have to wait and see.
Well, we got one more decision to make, and that is who is the player of the game.
The Hill Collision Center player of the game. We'll all sit here and discuss it. We'll take a couple of minute break, and we will be right back to wrap it up for you here at Thompson Field. Final score, 63-26, Shasta victorious.
You're listening to Shasta Wolves Varsity Football. This is the Shasta Sports Network on XS961.com.
Shasta Physical Therapy wants you to know it's your health, it's your recovery, and most importantly, it's your choice. If you require physical therapy because of an injury at work, at home, at play, or when the time comes when you need post-operative rehab, Gary Hoffman and Andy Hogum at Shasta Physical Therapy have been helping patients since 1993. Taking time to pick the right physical therapist is just as crucial as picking the right physician. At Shasta Physical Therapy, their goal is to help every patient get their life back to normal. For neck, back, arm, leg, foot pain, or post-operative rehab, Shasta Physical Therapy is your choice. Remember, when your physician prescribes physical therapy, ask for Shasta Physical Therapy by name. After all, it's your health, it's your recovery, and it's your choice.
Shasta Physical Therapy. Call 221-1312, 221-1312. Make it your right choice.
For over 50 years, Hild Collision Center is still family-owned and operated. It all started when Art Hild opened his first body shop in 1965. Today known as Hild Collision Center, the North State's most recommended full-service collision repair business. The Hild family is proud to continue business in this great community. Every year brings new changes in many forms, from new vehicle models, training and equipment, new technology in aluminum bodies and frames, computers, airbags, and Pearl Clear Coat paints. You can be assured that the team at Hild Collision Center are the best in class. The Hild Collision Center family would like to say thank you to the North Valley for trusting them with your collision repairs and allowing them to grow and support our community. Hild Collision Center on East Cypress Avenue in Reading. Online at hildcollisioncenter.com or find us on Facebook. Hild Collision Center, where you're always a satisfied customer.
This is Defensive Coordinator Kirk Ramage, and you're listening to Shasta Sports Network.
Kirk Ramage. He got doused with the Gatorade jug too, and I missed that whole thing.
That was great. You should have filmed it.
I was so focused on Hunsaker getting the big douche, but I missed it.
We can have him do it over again.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll have a chance to do it again in a few weeks. I don't know what the schedule's like. You can follow Shasta Sports Network, our webpage, and also our Facebook and social media pages, and we will keep you up to date. The moment the information comes out, we'll get it to you. Time now for the Hild Collision Center player of the game.
Let's start with the mayor first.
Mayor,
who do you think?
It's definitely the whole team. I mean, if you looked at the first half, the offense was rolling. The defense made every stop. They had them, and they were in their heads from the get-go. It was definitely the whole team.
Wow.
What do you think, Brian?
Coach.
Well, there's some awesome performances out there. You have Benny and Seth and obviously Deidris out there doing a great job. But I thought Shasta was dominant in all three phases. They dominated defense, dominated offense, dominated the special teams, and the coaches put together an unbelievable game plan and executed it. So I'd have to agree and go with the whole team.
Dan, what do you think?
You know, Benny Smith had a great night. The defense, they did a great job on putting up that goose egg for the first half. But I agree with them. It was a whole team effort like it was against Pleasant Valley this year.
It was a good one.
It was the whole team. And you're right, Coach. Offense, defense, special teams, they did it all three phases.
Well, Dan, I told you this morning when we first made a connection that if this team wins, that I'm going to automatically vote for the full team as player of the game. And they did it in wonderful style. 63 points up on the board. It's almost unheard of these days. And 26 for Chico. Chico has, I mean, I know it's disappointing to lose a game like this, but they have everything to be proud of. They went 8-3 all year long, and they had a very good season. So for tonight's Hild Collision Center Player of the Game, we're all going with the entire football team, the entire Shasta Wolves clan. Nice job, fellas.
Good job.
Well done.
They, number one in their division, and they finished number one. They knocked off number 2. Now it's on to the next.
There's a big celebration going down on that infield right now.
That celebration is going to be going on until past our bedtime.
It was just like last week, Brian, when you guys won, we didn't even want to tear down our stuff. We just sat there and watched you guys.
You get these moments, they're rare in life, to where you get to celebrate it with your friends and your family and your community, and so you don't want those moments to end. And when you walk off the field, they do a little bit. So these guys, this community out here celebrating this championship with their players is a great thing to see.
Well done,
and,
gentlemen. Feel free to stay close to the social media, Shasta Sports Network. There they are. They're all fired up down there.
Oh, he just opened up a cooler, and I think something's in there that they all wanted. Oh, they're going to start.
The Marinellis.
The Marinellis, yep. They're going to start popping it and just enjoying the moment. And that's what it's about. It's about the moment. And, when I talked to defensive coordinator Kirk Ramage, he says, you know what? The next day, the outcome of this game, the very next day, we're not going to bother with the players. We're just going to we're not going to get together until Tuesday.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations to the Shasta Wolves. It's been a great football night here. We should do this again real soon.
Awesome, guys. I really appreciate you guys having me on board here tonight.
Yep,
this was awesome.
And we also want to thank.
Nice meeting you, Coach.
Yeah, Mayor, awesome. And have a good time tomorrow in Anderson.
Hey,
your Christmas celebration.
Anderson's a big place right there. Is it East? What's the name?
East Center Street.
East Center Street. That's where all the festivities are going to be taking place.
Starts at 4 o'clock.
Baron Brownie, want to thank you very much again. I just can't thank you enough for stepping up and helping put this broadcast on for us tonight.
Yep.
You and Spherion, the city of Anderson, and everybody in general. Mayor Weaver came up to talk to us, and he was a good interview as well.
We want to thank him. We want to thank Ryan O'Brien for stopping by and saying hi.
Yeah, why not?
And, of course, Drew Faircloth.
We
wish him all the luck, and
lots going
So
on.
this is my third game this year, and I got to tell you, this was my favorite.
Yeah, awesome.
I had a blast calling it. It was a good time.
They're all my favorite.
Hey, guys, and I'd like to say, as the community, we really appreciate what you guys do for local sports. And I know for Shasta College, I know all of us, we get on the bus on the way home and we listen to the game, the rebroadcast of the game. And so what you guys are doing for local community and for the sports, it's much noticed and appreciated, guys.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you very much, Brian. It's things like that that keep us going because we do this for a fun thing. It's not a money revenue thing for us. We love the game of football. Dan knows the game of football better than anybody I know, and he and I can talk about it, and we can have fun, and we can joke around a little bit, and we say little goofy things. We're not your typical broadcast crew, and we love this game. It's been good. They're celebrating down there. So for Brian Hamilton, for Baron Browning and Dan Miller, I'm saying Gary Moore saying good night from Thompson Field. Shasta wins big, 63-26. Good night.
You've been listening to North State Football on the Shasta Sports Network. Join us each and every Friday and Saturday night for exciting play-by-play action for the Shasta Wolves and the Shasta College Knights. All games are available for replay on the Shasta Sports Network YouTube channel. All games are property of the Shasta Sports Network and are an exclusive sports broadcast of XS Sports 96.1 FM and on the web at xs961.com.